Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select STIHL tools. Shop online or in-store at STIHLUSA.com. That's STIHLUSA.com.
The place you want to go, Lynch McWanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
Your trusted and relevant source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
It's 12 o'clock. I'm Greg Matzek. This is Wisconsin's Midday News for Tuesday, November 25th. Your top story, waiving extradition to Wisconsin.
I'm Jessica Tighe. Can they court-martial a senator?
A kind of a rainy, breezy day. Some afternoon showers expected to flare up. A high of 51 degrees. A rain-snow mix likely overnight. Blustery and a low of 32. 47 and cloudy in Milwaukee at 12 o'clock. From the WTMJ breaking newsroom, Slenderman stabbing perpetrator Morgan Geyser waives her extradition, paving the way for her return to custody in Wisconsin following her disappearance and arrest in Illinois. Geyser could be back in the state as early as this afternoon. Waukesha County authorities have 30 days to pick up Geyser from a Cook County facility. Police in Posen, Illinois, found Geyser and 43-year-old Chad Mecca sleeping at a truck stop Sunday night. Next, it's up to the Wisconsin Department of Health Services to consider revoking her conditional release.
New information now on the man police say was with Morgan Geyser when she left that group home in Madison.
A police report obtained by WTMJ identifies the man as 43-year-old Chad Mecca of Janesville. In an interview with police, Mecca said he had met Geyser through Good Shepherd Lutheran Church in Madison and that the two plotted to escape after Mecca was denied visitation time with Geyser at her group home. The two took a bus from Madison to Chicago, according to the report, then walked to the village of Posen, where they ran out of money and were later arrested. Mecca was charged with trespassing and obstruction and released on a citation notice. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
The Milwaukee Common Council vetoes to override all of Mayor Cavalier Johnson's budget vetoes. Some of the amendments that will remain in next year's budget include extra funding to the fire department, a 1% residency incentive increase for city employees, and expanded Sunday library hours. Mayor Johnson with reaction to the council's decision today on WTMJ's Point Taken.
As example by some of the budget vetoes that I put out there, can we find a way to compromise so that we are looking out for the amount of money that people have to pay in taxes? With affordability being something that's key for people, not just here in Milwaukee or Wisconsin, but across the country. Can we find some sort of way? And there's not even any discussion about it.
The council's veto override will add about $9 million in spending to the 2026 budget.
The Pentagon is investigating Arizona Senator Mark Kelly to see if he should be punished for misconduct. This comes after that video was released by a group of Democrats that reminded members of the military they should refuse to obey illegal orders. CBS's Nancy Cordes has more.
Kelly wasn't the only veteran in the video.
Former Navy, former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
But as a former senior officer, he is the only one eligible for recall to a military service.
We had a very successful mission.
Kelly, who flew on 4 space shuttle missions, said, if this is meant to intimidate me and other members of Congress from doing our jobs and holding this administration accountable, it won't work.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said Kelly could face a court-martial or administrative action to slash his retirement benefits.
Just days after Ukraine and the United States tweaked a peace deal in Geneva, Russian forces hit Kyiv, killing at least 7 people. 22 missiles, more than 450 drones launched towards Ukraine's capital. More from ABC's Luis Martinez.
One of the key things that appears to not be in this arrangement right now are those strict limits on the size of a future Ukrainian military, which is something that the Russians have wanted. But right now it appears that the Russians are not acknowledging publicly that these talks are taking place in Abu Dhabi. They say that they have seen a document, but I'm not sure if they're talking about the 28-point document that was being worked on prior to Geneva.
Time for news about your money. The WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. The Dow is soaring today, up 570 points, back over the 47,000 mark at 47,016. NASDAQ up about 85 at 22,955. And the S&P 500 up a little under 50 points today at 6751. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Financial planning at every level. For details, visit annexwealth.com.
I feel like I need a magic wand to just over the Milwaukee Bucks. I'll tell you why coming up. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 12:04.
At Capri Communities, they believe people of every age deserve to enjoy life.
I recently moved my dad into a Capri community. He has gained such new independence. His falls have decreased, he's eating healthy meals, and going on great new adventures. Knowing Dad is in a great place really gives me the peace of mind I needed. And now, we're both enjoying life again.
Give the care that has your parent enjoying life again at Capri Communities. Get started today at capricommunities.com.
You don't need a massive walk-in to have a beautiful, organized closet.
Tired of wasted space? Or that pile of shoes that's always hiding behind your closet door?
Abracadabra!
Inspired Closets is the expert at doubling or even tripling your storage space instantly.
It's like magic, but better, because it's custom designed for you.
We make it easy and affordable and transform your space regardless of its size or scope.
Get started today at InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Inspired Closets.
A wife and husband team.
Staying active, essential for overall health. Proper medical support, essential for staying active. WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Whether it's keeping a weekend warrior like me on the tennis court or keeping young athletes in the game, you want the best in sports medicine. That's OAW. Surgeons, nurses, and physical therapists help you recover from injury, avoid injury in the future, and enhance performance. Get care 7 days a week. Walk right in at an Ortho ASAP clinic or book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's early Black Friday deals have arrived, in-store and online while supplies last. Right now, shop early Black Friday-like savings store-wide on the things you need and the brands you love. Like 2-pound bags of Blaine's brand whole cashews or deluxe mixed nuts, just $10.99 each. Select boxes of Winchester 9mm ammo, only $12.99. Rewards members save an extra buck. And women's Alfred Dunner apparel is half price. Don't miss early Black Friday deals in-store and online only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports desk. Packers running back Josh Jacobs listed as questionable on the team's injury report for Thursday's game against the Lions. Jacobs expressing confidence he will give it a go.
Thursday, I'm definitely playing. If it's just because I feel it a little bit, then I'm going to go. I mean, I can push through that. Mentally, I'm tough enough to push through that.
Jacobs missed the Vikings game due to a knee contusion. Thursday's game, a noon kick from Ford Field. And the Bucks have dropped 5 straight games and 6 of its last 7. Giannis expected to travel with the team to Miami for a Wednesday night contest, but unclear and really unexpected if he'll play. Giannis has missed the last 4 games with a groin strain.
Checking out the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. We do have an issue in Waukesha County. Looks like there was initially a crash, and now what we have is on I-94 West at the ramp from County T. Shoulders are blocked. So you've got both shoulders, the left and the right, that are blocked because of disabled vehicles. So these vehicles look like they were involved in the crash. I do see right now at least one emergency responder out there. Everybody's got their flashing lights on. There's a decent amount of traffic moving through, but I do want to let you know about this in case you are traveling through Waukesha County right now or will be soon. I-94 West at the ramp from County T. Shoulders are blocked because of disabled vehicles that were all part of a crash.
Well, kind of a gloomy day today. There is a chance of rain and snow, kind of a mix of things overnight tonight. Blustery and a low of 32. Much worse to the far north here. I got a winter weather advisory and a winter storm warning in effect for some of the western counties, northwestern counties here in the state, even west far as Minneapolis. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, windy. Snow showers are likely, a high of 38 degrees. Thursday, mostly cloudy, windy and cold, a high of 31. Friday's high just 30 degrees. 47 and cloudy in Milwaukee at 12:08.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios in downtown Milwaukee, it's Wisconsin's Midday News, making stories come to life. Now, here are your hosts, Greg Matzek and Jessica Tighe.
Yeah, so we now have a name for the winter storm here, Alston. It's an A name, which indicates it's the first of all the winter storms that'll have a name. But yeah, it's coming here for the upper Midwest.
Well, I really hope that we don't go all the way to Z and then come back around to A. Let's not do that. Let's not get through the alphabet this year.
Well, please no. It's 12:09 here on WTMJ.
It's now at noon on Wisconsin's Midday News.
She ran because of me. That's what the man who was arrested with Slenderman attacker Morgan Geyser is saying. Chad Mecca, also known as Charlie, called the ABC TV station in Madison last night to explain his relationship with Geyser and what happened over the weekend. Mecca explained he met Geyser at church and she opened up to him about her past. A past that includes repeatedly stabbing a classmate in the woods in Waukesha and almost killing that classmate back in 2014.
I was like, I don't hate you. I said, clearly you're not that person anymore. And you're trying really hard to move away from it. That much is very obvious.
When Mecca called WKOW, he said he saw Geyser at the group home in Madison nearly every day for the last month. He said she wanted to leave because they were going to take away Mecca's visiting rights.
He ran because of me. She already made it clear if I didn't go with her or not, she was still going, and she was not going back to jail, and I know what that means. And I was scared, and I was nervous, and I still chose to for my friend, who I knew wasn't going to make it on her own.
Mecca is from Janesville. He was charged with criminal trespass and obstructing identification. Police did release him. Geyser, meanwhile, was just in court today and waived her extradition, paving the way for her return back here to Wisconsin. In the meantime, she's being held in the Cook County Jail.
Well, more arrests overseas over last month's robbery of jewels from the Louvre.
I'm Vicki Barker at the Foreign Desk in London. Prosecutors in Paris say 2 men and 2 women have been arrested in connection with the $100 million jewel heist at the Louvre Museum, bringing to 8 the number of suspects in custody. It's not yet clear what part these new suspects are believed to have played in the theft. There's still no sign of the stolen jewels, including a diamond and emerald necklace given by Napoleon to Empress Marie-Louise. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Yeah, I might want to find that one. 8 people are in custody, but the jewels still MIA. Officials believe the jewels have been broken up into smaller pieces, untraceable stones, and maybe sold off individually, perhaps even incorporated into new, unidentifiable pieces of jewelry. 7-minute broad daylight robbery. It still boggles my mind. They used physical access with a cherry picker through an unsecured window. It really just brought to light all the significant security issues they have at the Louvre, including a password of Louvre.
Yeah,
I want to mix that one up a little bit.
I could not believe that one.
They're using Windows 2000. This is severely outdated software. I don't know how this happens, but there's talks about increasing the security, but that it could take about 5 years or more to get it up to par with what is deemed acceptable in this area.
Wow. Well, today is an extremely busy travel day for the holiday. ABC transportation correspondent Gio Benitez has the details you'll want to know.
90% of people will be driving. That's 73 million of you. The busiest days today, tomorrow, and Sunday. The worst time to hit the road today is between noon and 9 p.m. Tomorrow, you're going to want to get going before 11 a.m. And here's another big number for you. 1.2 million people will be taking a train.
Safe travels, everybody.
12:12 on WTMJ. A couple of names in the news here recently. James Comey, Letitia James, indictments waived yesterday. On what grounds? We'll go through the details with ABC investigative reporter Peter Haralambous right after this on WTMJ. Now at noon, sponsored by Flanners Home Entertainment. Check them out online at flanners.com. It's sound advice at the best price. For Flanners, just press play.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzek here for Flanners Home Entertainment. Does the audio and video system in your home need an upgrade? Well, Flanners has all the solutions and the installation experts to simplify and upgrade your home entertainment experience. Forget about the impersonable big box stores and risky online purchases. You go with locally owned Flanners, where quality service, the best brands, and guaranteed best price remain top priorities. Stop by Flanners in West Dallas, Grafton, or at flanners.com. Sound advice at the best price. Just press play.
Streaming services, retail chains, and tech giants are all adding plus to their names. It's fairly obvious they were inspired by Hasseless Mattress. Hasseless showrooms are employee-free, plus unbeatable prices on Tempur-Pedic, plus free next-day delivery, plus 60-month interest-free financing on select Tempur-Pedic with approved credit, plus a $300 MasterCard gift card with your Tempur-Pedic mattress. Maybe we should change our name to Hasseless Plus. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasseless.com.
John Mercure here for Men's Studios. At Men's Studios, it's long-term wellness is the goal. You're going to feel great when you've been at that massage, when you get one of their 11 customizable treatments. You're also going to feel it long-term. You're going to be able to play with your grandkids, golf, do the things you want to do pain-free. That's the goal at Men. Not just get you out of the crisis state, but get you into a state where you feel good all the time. They've got 2 locations. They customize everything. Check out the website, menstudio.com. I've been in the studios. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're nurturing. They're going to take care of you. Men Studio. WTMJ's John Mercure here. I love my dogs, Bella and Baxter, an important part of our family. They're kind of like kids sometimes, and like kids, they weren't always listening, but I've got it figured out now. Thanks to Matt and his teams at Sit Means Sit Dog Training, our dogs are better behaved. They don't bark as much. They just listen better. They're happy, confident, obedient. Our house is a better house. Sit Means Sit Dog Training turned it around for us. Let them do the same for you. You can start with a free consultation. The website is sitmeanssitwaukesha.com. Sitmeanssitwaukesha.com.
Well, kind of a gloomy day today. Mild temperatures, however, a high of 52 degrees. Might see a little rain-snow mix overnight, and that could linger into tomorrow. Tomorrow's high just 38 degrees. That would cool off quite a bit. Temperatures in the low 30s for Friday and Saturday. Should have some sun on Friday, some sun on Saturday, but cold temperatures. 48 and cloudy in Milwaukee at 12:15. Well, two names that have been in the news recently here, James Comey and Letitia James. Give you a little background here. In 2020, Comey was charged with making a false statement to Congress and obstructing congressional proceedings. James, meanwhile, was charged with bank fraud and making false statements to a financial institution. Now, both vocal critics of President Trump and actually had overseen investigations into his conduct. Trump urged the Justice Department to prosecute the two, but indictments were dismissed on Monday by U.S. District Court judge. We welcome in ABC's Peter Haralambous for more. Peter, what are the grounds of the dismissal of the indictments?
Yeah, so this really came down not to the actual facts of the case and the allegations of mortgage fraud and bank fraud and lying to Congress. It was all about the person who actually brought these indictments. This is interim U.S. Attorney Lindsay Halligan, a former insurance lawyer and White House aide who Trump kind of notoriously put into that position in September after being frustrated that the previous prosecutor in that post wasn't bringing cases against people like James and Comey. Ultimately, though, the judge overseeing the case concluded that Halligan never had the lawful authority to actually serve as a prosecutor, and that basically everything that she touched as the interim U.S. attorney at this point is nullified. So that includes both the Comey and the James indictments, as well as any other criminal indictment that she might have worked on during her time as interim U.S. attorney. According to the judge who handled this specific issue, basically the Attorney General only has the power to appoint an interim U.S. attorney for about 120 days. That expired back in May. And at this point, the only person or entity that has the power to put someone in that post on a temporary basis as an interim U.S. attorney would be the actual district court in the Eastern District of Virginia.
Will the Justice Department re-indict Comey or James?
That's really the big question at this point. So for now, they're vowing to appeal this decision, but notably, these cases were dismissed without prejudice, which means that they theoretically could be re-indicted when they actually get someone in that posting who has the authority to do that. The thing where it gets tricky, though, is with the Comey case, at least, the statute of limitations might have originally ran out. As you mentioned, that case stems back to testimony in 2020. It was indicted just days before the statute of limitations ran out. And at the end of the day, it's unclear if the statute of limitations at this point has fully expired or if the DOJ has a matter of just 2 or 3 days to re-indict this case before they run out of time.
Peter, could you clarify, are these federal charges or state charges, and does that matter when it comes to the statute of limitations?
Totally does matter. These are both federal cases, and in the case of the James allegations, it seems like they'll have plenty of time to re-indict this. It's really the Comey case where the statute of limitations is a problem. The specific law that he was charged with violating has a 5-year statute of limitations. When this case was brought back in September, there was only 2 or 3 more days they had before the statute of limitations ran out. By some interpretations of the law and of the fact that this indictment was dismissed basically brings us back in time to September, meaning that there's just a few more days before the case can be brought. Another interpretation of the law is that the clock continued ticking even after the indictment was brought, meaning that at this point they're well past, we're talking weeks if not months past the statute of limitations for the Comey case at least.
So what happens to Lindsay Halligan now, and have we heard from her yet?
We haven't heard from her directly, but we've heard from the White House, we've heard from the Attorney General, and they're standing by Lindsay Halligan. They're saying that she is a competent prosecutor with experience, and they're vowing to appeal. Though I will note that this is kind of a tricky situation. One, Halligan is inexperienced. She has no experience prosecuting criminal cases. That inexperience began to show. There were a ton of other issues with the Comey case. She allegedly misstated the law to the grand jury. There's a possibility that she never actually showed the grand jury the indictment. So, a bit embarrassing on that front. And it's unclear who even has the authority to put someone in that posting going forward. If you look at the judge's ruling from yesterday, it seems like the only two people who have the power to put someone into that job is either the U.S. District Court in Virginia, which can make a decision about who they want to put in, or Trump, if he's able to nominate someone and then get that person confirmed by the Senate. So for now, it seems like the decision about who is going to take over that kind of critical U.S. Attorney's office is in the hands of a bunch of judges who at this point do not seem to kind of support these kind of aggressive politicized cases that Halligan was bringing.
ABC's Peter Haralambou is joining us here in Wisconsin's Midday News. So it's procedural here, Peter, essentially, but how does the dismissal on those grounds affect public confidence in the underlying investigation? Right? I mean, it's still an investigation, but people are pointing this to saying, was it lawful? And I guess the judge decided, well, no, there was grounds for dismissal based on this technicality.
That's exactly right. And I think, if anything, the circumstances of this entire dismissal, and as you say, it is procedural, kind of points back to a bigger issue, though, and that's the fact that President Trump himself might have tainted these investigations from the start. If you recall, Lindsay Halligan was put into that job just 1 or 2 days after Trump went on Truth Social, his social media platform, and wrote a post directed to the Attorney General saying that he was frustrated that these cases weren't brought, that he's seen a ton of evidence and he thinks these people are guilty, and saying that they have to get moving in indicting people like Comey and James and Adam Schiff. That piece of kind of evidence at this point has been crucial. That has been the key point of evidence in kind of arguing that these cases were vindictive and would have ultimately potentially led to the demise of the cases either way. That post also is what led the Attorney General to kind of rush to place Halligan into that post. That's when Trump demanded Halligan be installed as the U.S. Attorney. And because that appointment was done sloppily, was done in a manner that this judge says is unlawful, it's doomed the cases. But even if the cases come back and they survive, there is still that kind of substantive issue of whether or not this was a vindictive and a selective prosecution. These cases were certainly pretty far from actually going to trial because of that issue.
Always good information from ABC's Peter Haralambou. We appreciate it, Peter. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Peter. Thanks so much. Have a great Thanksgiving, guys.
Yep, you too. Coming up next, the tortoise was how old?
It's here. Black Friday deals are live at Fox World Travel, and your next adventure is waiting. Set sail with Viking or Holland America. Fly away with Delta Vacations. Explore Europe with Insight or Globus. Or unwind in luxury with Classic Vacations. From sun-soaked beaches to breathtaking rivers and historic cities, there's a trip for every dreamer. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com. These exclusive partner deals won't last long.
Hey, thanks, Rose. Palermo's is Wisconsin's hometown pizza. Why not make it easy tonight? You know it's going to be a lot of cooking, a lot of hustling and bustling, getting around, maybe driving, cleaning the house, getting everything ready for folks to come over on Thanksgiving. Well, keep it easy and simple and delicious tonight. Make it a Palermo's night. In our household, we always have it stocked up. Our freezer, that is. Then one goes into the oven, then it goes on the dinner table, and sometimes we make a second pizza at our house. Palermo's is delicious. A slice for every appetite. And if you're a fan of Stranger Things, you know Season 5 is about to drop. You can stock up and save on Stranger Things pizza. Amazing pizza, $5.99 now through the end of November, just in time for the Season 5 drop. You can stock up at Piggly Wiggly stores, save at Piggly Wiggly with Stranger Things pizza, made by Palermo's, Wisconsin's hometown pizza.
Vince Vitrano here. Don't let your hard-earned vision benefits go to waste. Get new eyewear at Shopko Optical. Now is the time to use up your FSA funds and insurance dollars before they expire December 31st. Whether you need new glasses, contacts, prescription sunglasses, or an eye exam, now is the time to visit Shopko Optical. Shopko's knowledgeable team will guide you through every step, making sure you get the most from your pre-tax dollars. Don't wait. Call or visit shopko.com to schedule today.
Education changes everything. It opens doors, shapes futures, and builds the foundation for our children's success. At City Ford Collective, we're working to transform our city's schools and ensure every Milwaukee child receives the high-quality education they deserve. We've taken real steps forward, but our work is far from done. This giving season, we're asking you to join us. Together, we can secure a stronger future for our children and a stronger future for Milwaukee. To support our mission, visit cityforwardcollective.org/donate. That's cityforwardcollective.org/donate.
Resident of the San Diego Zoo has passed away. Not talking about a zookeeper here, talking about a tortoise.
For more than a century, she munched on her favorite foods of cactus fruit and romaine lettuce. She gave children rides on her back, and sometimes those kids came back as adults, bringing their own children to say hello. No one knew exactly how old Grandma the Galapagos tortoise was when she died this month at the San Diego Zoo, but some estimated she was about 141 years old. Grandma lived through both World Wars and 20 U.S. presidents, but she couldn't outlive the bone pain caused by old age that had rapidly progressed, causing zookeepers to euthanize her last week. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
That's the thing, 141 years old, you're kind of guessing because nobody at the zoo would have really any idea because nobody's even close to that old.
I mean, Pete's old, but he's not that old.
It's an incredible story. A 141-year-old tortoise.
Wow. The only thing I have left to say, I like turtles. Remember that kid? I like turtles.
I do. Right, very, very famous on the internet. Wonder what he's up to
like
now.
20 years old.
That is an incredible story. You hear this about animals now and then, right? Aging animals approaching 100 years, and it always seems to be the tortoise. The tortoise has quite the life expectancy, but to even estimate that it's 141 years old, unbelievable. Named Grandma, living through both World Wars, 20 U.S. presidents, had a little bone pain. It progressed, and ultimately at the age of 141, had to call it quits. A life well lived.
The tortoise seems wise, but slow.
Yes. Yeah. Indeed. 1226 on WTMJ. We do have news coming up here in just a few minutes. Wisconsin's Midday News podcast is built by Siding Unlimited. Truly Siding and a whole lot more. Check out our podcasts wherever you subscribe for your podcast. You can find us, Wisconsin's Midday News podcast, built by Siding Unlimited. And now about your house. It's where you live, but do you also live in your yard? My friends at Outdoor Living Unlimited help people extend their home, living beyond the wall. Your imagination may be somewhat limited, so let's call on Eric Brown, president of Outdoor Living Unlimited, to expand upon it.
I'm confident that 90% of the listeners can look outside their home and dream of a better, nicer, way more outstanding backyard. If you're one of the many, you'll need to call Outdoor Living Unlimited. Outdoor Living Unlimited's expert team can design a beautiful, functional, usable backyard space. Then our team can build it. You dream it, we build it. New deck, outdoor kitchen, pavers, retaining walls, screen room. How about a must-see automated pergola that doubles as a screen room? Picture this, a pergola that allows the sunlight through the slats, but with the press of a button, those slats close and now you have protection. Another press of the button and the screens roll down. There's your screen room. The ideas are endless. We recently built a brand new deck with a screen room pergola on top and stairs that lead to a paver oasis complete with a fire pit and seat walls. Amazing. New deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, automated pergola. Let Outdoor Living Unlimited design and build the amazing backyard. Find us at OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
See all the cool things that Outdoor Living Unlimited can do for your yard on their Instagram page, or visit their unique outside-in showroom in Waukesha. And if you're looking outside of your home, dreaming of a more beautiful and functional, usable backyard, well, Outdoor Living Unlimited can design and build you an amazing showstopper of a deck, patio, complete with pergola and fire pit, just like they did for us. With expert care, Outdoor Living Unlimited installed a beautiful paver patio, complete with land and stone retaining wall, all sorts of space, room for a built-in kitchen, and complete with a gas fire pit. It's where we spend all of our time. Visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Wisconsin's Morning News is here for you every weekday morning starting at 6 a.m. Vince Petrano.
U.S. House Democrats unveiling a bill that would cut off funding for military campaigns targeting Venezuela without congressional approval.
Eric Billstad.
3 years after an announced plan to welcome professional soccer back to Milwaukee, groundbreaking is yet to begin.
And traffic with Debbie Lozica.
We've got a vehicle fire. That roadway is closed at the moment.
The news you need to know. Wisconsin's Morning News on WTMJ.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Flimsy, feeble, flaccid. That's how you can describe most pre-approval letters these days, because most banks still issue pre-approval letters without actually verifying your income, employment, or down payment. That's the exact opposite of an Accunet rock-solid, fully verified and guaranteed pre-approval, where we put a $2,000 guarantee behind the fact the seller can actually rely on the terms of your pre-approval and offer. With Accunet, there's also a possibility of issuing a property-specific pre-approval with as little as a 10% down payment that includes the magic words, "no appraisal required." That's right, Accunet may be able to issue your pre-approval without needing an appraisal. That's the kind of certainty that can help a seller say yes to your offer. Sure, you can try competing with a flimsy bank pre-approval, or you can click on the blue button at Accunet.com and get started with the pre-approval listing agents and sellers recognized as the best in the business. That's ACCUNET.com.
It's 12:30. I'm Greg Matzek. This is Wisconsin's Midday News for Tuesday, November 25th. Your top story officially designated as historic.
I'm Jessica Tighe. A long-awaited police contract approved.
Patchy drizzle, breezy afternoon and evening showers, high of 51. It's currently 48 and cloudy in Milwaukee.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The FBI is attempting to schedule interviews with the 6 Democratic members of Congress who made a video saying troops should not obey any illegal orders, according to multiple sources familiar with the situation. It comes as the Pentagon is threatening to court-martial retired Navy pilot and astronaut and current U.S. Senator Mark Kelly, who participated. ABC's Louis Martinez has more.
The reason why he is being brought back, allegedly for UCMJ potentially, is that there are laws on the book that say that it's prohibited to have any actions that either interfere with the loyalty, morale, or good order and discipline of the armed forces. And so that is what he is being brought back on duty for. And I think it's believed to be because essentially he participated in that video. And some would argue that what he said doesn't fall under those categories.
President Trump signaling a peace deal between Ukraine and Russia is close as talks continue to finalize the latest proposal. Russia not stopping attacks, killing at least 7 people in Kyiv in the latest assault. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 12:31. 2 downtown Milwaukee buildings have received permanent historic designation.
The Common Council vote Tuesday grants the designation to both the UWM Panther Arena and Miller High Life Theater. The resolution comes more than 6 months after the Wisconsin Center District, which owns the buildings, commissioned a best use study related to the future of the land, which downtown Alderman Bob Bauman has claimed will suggest the demolition of the buildings in favor of a convention center hotel. In a statement, District President and CEO Marty Brooks says WCD is committed to working with the council in the future. The results of the best use study will be revealed in January. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
The Milwaukee Common Council approves the Milwaukee Police contract. The 4-year contract includes across-the-board raises, full retroactive pay for officers working between 2023 and 2025, and a 15% compounded pay increase through 2026. In a statement posted to Facebook, the Milwaukee Police Association says they are deeply grateful for the support. Milwaukee Police have been working without a contract since December 2022.
Greenfield Police Chief Jay Johnson ordered to stand trial for misconduct in office.
Johnson allegedly had a city-owned pole camera installed outside of his personal residence in Wind Lake for reasons related to his divorce. Prosecutors have added a new charge for attempting to delete evidence off of his department-issued phone. Special Agent Scott Marlock was called to testify.
He was advised by Chief Johnson and the mayor that Chief Johnson wanted to hang the pole camera because he was going through a divorce. His wife was dating a felon, and he feared for his safety and for the safety of his property.
Johnson pled not guilty to all charges. He's back in court in January. Elizabeth Linton in WTMJ News.
The man accused of killing a teenager will spend more than 30 years in jail. 21-year-old Charles Roby of Milwaukee pleaded guilty last month to first-degree reckless homicide and mutilating a corpse. Roby was in a stolen car with 15-year-old Makai Neal when he took a gun from the teenager and shot him. Neal's body was found in a burning car about an hour later. He had 8 gunshot wounds. 3 other people are also charged in Neal's death.
Milwaukee's airport has some travel tips for Thanksgiving.
Mitchell International says about 200,000 passengers will fly through Milwaukee between Wednesday and Sunday. Although there are no longer government shutdown-related issues, the airport strongly encourages passengers to sign up for text alerts with their airline for any flight status changes. They recommend arriving 2 hours before your departure time, and those looking to park can use the MKE Smart Park app. New this year is the Real ID requirement and the new TSA policy that does not require passengers to remove their shoes. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
The Milwaukee Bucks are in a slump. How does Bobby Portis feel about it? Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 12:34.
A new physician has joined the roster at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
Dr. Derek Damrow.
Originally from Sheboygan, Dr. Damrow earned his biochemistry degree from the University of Wisconsin-Madison and completed medical school at the Medical College of Wisconsin. He trained alongside a world-renowned upper extremity surgeon at the University of Florida. Dr. Damrow is now back in southeastern Wisconsin to provide specialized shoulder and elbow care through Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Learn more or schedule an appointment at
orthowisconsin.com.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after. An in-depth recap of every Bucks game.
In 6 minutes. No more?
No less. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. If you missed any of the game or just want to relive the biggest moments, Bucks in 6 provides game recaps every morning after. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis or the deep threes from Miles Turner. And catch the comments post-game about what happened on the court. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Bucks need a win in the worst way. They've dropped 5 straight after last night's loss to the Portland Trailblazers. Milwaukee once again playing without Giannis, who's out with a groin strain. Bobby Portis not worried about the recent downturn.
Just because things aren't going great now, it doesn't mean that in the near future we won't go on a 5-game win streak, 6-game win streak. So just keep your same routine, keep your same rhythm, be happy, have fun. That's the biggest thing. Have fun when you play the game. Basketball is supposed to be fun.
Bucks head to Miami to face the Heat on Wednesday night. And a key NFC North Division matchup for the Packers just 2 days away as they take on the Lions in Detroit on Thanksgiving. Packers running back Josh Jacobs says he will play on Thursday. The official injury report says Jacobs is questionable. Green Bay a 2.5-point underdog for that matchup. A noon kickoff from Ford Field.
Let's get you an update on those roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. I have been monitoring this issue on I-94 West at the ramp from County T. There was a crash, and you've got a couple of vehicles that are now disabled after that crash. You've got one over to the left-hand side on the shoulder, another one over to the right-hand side. And I'll tell you what, when I do traffic, this excites me because I just watched, while Greg was doing sports, as a tow truck pulled on up. It had its lights on. I'm like, oh, yes, it's coming to get one of those cars. So I see it right now. It is in front of the red car that is off to the shoulder. The driver just opened the door. He is going out. He is going to help this car. And then hopefully in the next 5 minutes here, that car will be out of there and we will be left with only one car disabled on the shoulder. Once again, the I-94 West at the ramp from County T in Waukesha County.
Some patchy drizzle, breezy, evening showers possible. High of 51, but we really cool off tonight. A low of 32. Winds are going to gust up. And not going to be a very pleasant evening here. Wednesday, mostly cloudy and windy. Snow showers are likely. High of 38 degrees. More snow to the north. When you get further up north, you're talking about winter storm warning territory. Thursday's high just 31 degrees. Same for Friday. Saturday, snow likely and a high of 33. 48 and cloudy in Milwaukee at 12, 38.
Oh, nothing like a winter storm warning in the northern part of the state to get me thinking about summer and all the festivals that we have here in the great city of Milwaukee.
Hopefully winter will go fast. I don't want it to go too fast because I know we have a lot of winter lovers out there who are hoping for some snow and want to ski and get out there and snowshoe, and hopefully we'll get some of that. But, once we hit February, I think people are kind of itching for something different.
February is kind of a rough month. We know that. But coming in September to the city of Milwaukee, you might have missed this last week. It's the Freshwater Food and Wine Festival. So a brand new festival at Milwaukee's lakefront at the Summerfest grounds. It's going to be national culinary talent, live demonstrations. You've got incredible wine tastings and pairings. They'll have a marketplace set up. And it's being pieced together by our good friend, Chef Adam Pavlik from Egg and Flour. He's been a part of our show for a couple of years now. And, of course, a featured guest and contestant on the Food Network and all sorts of different networks and Hell's Kitchen back in, what year was that now, Adam? I've lost track. Seasons 19,
2020. A long time ago. Almost 6 years.
Adam joins us in the studio. So where did this idea come from? It's fascinating.
Yeah, so it's not just me. It's definitely Wes Shaver, the partner, and he's the main producer of the festival. He's the president of Pride Fest, so he has a lot of experience working down in those Summerfest grounds and knowing the ins and outs and, being efficient and putting things on and putting on big events. He does a great job with that. But me and him kind of, we always want to try to see what the next thing is or something to push ourselves or do something completely different than trying to just keep doing the same stuff every year. And I've been to a lot of food and wine festivals, so has Wes. And like I said, he puts on events already. And we had this idea, why not do something like that here? I mean, the closest, I believe, Chicago does something like it, but it's more so of with restaurants and all over. It's not a set area. And it's going to be very similar to that or the SoCal Food and Wine or Aspen, New York. People have probably seen those before, been to those. And we're trying to bring that energy and that talent and that level of just execution to Milwaukee because we have a great place to do it. We have really great food and drink, and we're not just featuring local chefs or local drinks and food and stuff, but we'll be bringing people in from all over the country.
So I know you guys are just kind of getting going on this, but you have some plans already in place. What does a modern, high-energy food and wine experience actually look like? Because that's how it was described when it was first announced. What's the visual? When you close your eyes and you think about this and you're thinking about more ideas, what is your ultimate hope here?
I mean, the ultimate hope is for people to, once they're on the grounds and they're there, that they can experience things all day and they're not just eating something and having a glass of wine and then being all right, what do we do now?
Yes, love that.
We always want activations. We want things going on, entertainment. We'll have a marketplace for vendors and stuff like that, but we'll have food trucks and we'll have different things that people can upgrade their ticket for. We're going to have a really cool experience probably outside of the Freshwater Food and Wine Festival grounds, either the night before or maybe the night of or whatever, where we can feature a chef's restaurant or something like that, because there'll be people from all over the country coming for this, not just local. Not that we don't want local people, but, we want to show off what we can do here to people all over the place. But really cool talent, whether it's a fun chef competition things going on stage, to book signings and Q&As, to food demos, to all different stuff, And then obviously half of this is about the wine and the beverages. So having really good wines from all over the world coming in and distributors and different wineries coming, because that's half the battle. We want to eat, obviously, but it's good to have some drinks. And for people that want to learn more about wine, everything from the beginner that knows nothing to the people that want to come in and experience things that maybe they can only get there. And then have some really cool experiences for VIP upgrades, on the website. Once we get going here, you'll be able to buy packages for different activations. I think we're going to have a 5-course, multi-course wine dinner right on the grounds, while the festival's going on. We'll have things that you can purchase, like I said, to upgrade your ticket. We'll have specialty wine tastings. There'll be a lot of stuff. I could go on and on about it.
You should set up a meet and greet with Jessica. That'd be a featured item.
What the heck? Here's our foodie. She loves Milwaukee food.
Hey-oh.
Yeah, right.
No, but when you talk about people, I'm interested in, because you have so many connections around the country from just all of your food shows, correct? We also have other local chefs in town who have so many connections now, and people know you guys around the country. So what is it like when you put that ask out and you ask somebody who's now probably become a friend, right? These chefs from across the country to come to Milwaukee, are they excited because they also realize how the food scene has grown here? Are they still trying to learn about it themselves?
I think they're trying to learn about it. I think they're excited because, I don't just send like a to whom it may concern email.
Yeah.
I call them up and I kind of get them like amped up and talk to them about what I want. And it's very specific to each talent and to each chef. We're not just trying to bring bodies down there to be, show ponies or anything. They're all going to come for a reason, and they're all going to have like their specialty thing that they do to feature during that. But I think it's important to, we're not just circling into the local stuff. We want people from all over, and we want to be able to feature. I mean, freshwater food and wine can go all over the place. It's not just Milwaukee, and it's not just the lakefront or whatever. So to have chefs from either Minnesota or Illinois or Michigan, all around those parts, and maybe in the Midwest, and then have some other talent that are coming in to really boost us up and to just show what they can do. But I think chefs, when I call them or I have an ask like this, is it's a little bit easier. It's something fun, and it's something new and cool, which I think is people want to be a part of that because it is new, but also we want them because we want to make it great for the future years to come. It's not like we're just doing a one-off to try it out. I mean, this is our first year, and hopefully it can be something that just always happens all the time.
You need to recreate the beat Bobby Flay thing. You did beat Bobby Flay, in my estimation. Just give us people a call.
We might have a food competition thing. Yeah, I know.
Do that right on stage. So it's September 19th and 20th at the festival grounds, the Summerfest grounds.
Yes.
Adam is putting this on with Wes Shaver, and it's going to be a fantastic event. And
a lot of excitement.
Yeah, so super cool. So that is, of course, after Summerfest, early fall, September 19th.
It's perfect time to walk around. And right now, if
really
you're
is.
a vendor or if you want to be a sponsor, if you have a business or you work at a business that you think would want to be a part of this, you can go to fwfoodandwine.com and you can already put in applications. That's the one thing that we're doing now. So sponsors for different things and also vendors that want to be a part of it. So for the marketplace or restaurants or wine or anything, you can go right on there and jumpstart the process now.
Awesome. Something else that you have going on that I don't think you've announced to the public yet. You've got a Food Network chef coming to Egg and Flour.
620 gets it right now. This is breaking news. We have a celebrity chef from Food Network, coming to Egg and Flour for a week to do a takeover. He's going to do two special things. On the 16th, he's doing a special dinner that unfortunately sold out. But the 17th, he will be there all day at Egg and Flour, open to the public, no reservations, just walk in. Joe Sastow will be doing his own special pasta for the day. He'll have a bunch of his books there that he'll be selling and doing signings and meet and greets and whatnot. And that's another guy that is originally from, California, lives in Chicago now, but is excited to come here and check it out. And I'll probably take him around, and you'll see us eating a lot.
So he's been featured on a number of different programs,
He's very
right?
big, Tournament of Champions, a lot of Food Network shows. He was on Shark Tank for his Tonto's pasta chip, snack chip company. He also has a frozen ravioli company. He's my... He gets me motivated to do more stuff. He's like me. He doesn't work at a restaurant. He doesn't. He's not a chef anywhere. He just does a lot of content and a lot of events, and then works his big brand. So he keeps me motivated. And his cookbook came out just a month ago. So
that's December 17th at Egg and Flour. Check it out.
On down.
Right of KK. So you mentioned motivation. You must be motivated to cook a fancy feast for the family here come Thanksgiving time, right? You're getting all the stuff. You're already getting your stock made. Your turkey is brining. This is all on you for the Pavlov family.
That sounds really
right?
good, dude. That sounds really good. But no, I don't do any cooking on holidays. It's my one rule for my family, and they have to just deal with it. But they're really good cooks, so I'm not mad about it.
You just show up.
I just show up. I don't maybe bring a bottle of wine or something and hang out and let them do what they want to do. And if something's burning, I just let it burn.
Oh, geez.
No, it's not
No,
that
you don't
bad.
let it burn.
I wouldn't let it burn, but
I think that's a great rule, though. You get the day off. So I guess a question for you then, since you're not cooking in the holidays, is there anything you've had, whether it's a side dish or something that's maybe a little bit more, I think people are moving towards more contemporary side dishes. You've got a younger generation who's in charge of the food now, and some people want to make it maybe, the green bean casserole, but make it different, make it more unique, make it more 2025.
Sure.
Have you seen anything like that? Would you suggest anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I always say to just use better ingredients and better vegetables and meat if you can. Obviously that's my what I try to do all year round. But for Thanksgiving, that can definitely step it up and make it better. But I like the classics. My plates when I go for Thanksgiving are pretty basic, so I can't be the one to tell other people what to do. But I think it's all about just making sure that the food's hot. You don't need too many options. Just make sure it's hot and it's good and it's seasoned well and everyone's together. You can't be mad at those things, right?
And the bird's juicy.
Best way to cook a turkey? Have you discovered that? I know you don't cook the turkey on Thanksgiving, but what is the best way?
I've never cooked a Thanksgiving turkey, but for me, I would do like more traditional where it's like rubbed down really good, marinated, and then just roasted in the oven for a long time, butter based it, keep it going. I don't even know if I've had a deep fried turkey. I've heard that's good. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really eat turkey other than the one day, so I should maybe start practicing.
When you were giving those tips, and then earlier you were talking about content and wanting to put more out there, I feel like you could have something like a song on TikTok where it's like, with the turkey, you're like, rub it down, smack it, marinade.
All right, you're coming over to do it.
Feels like some 90s R&B.
You can come in and do the video. I'll do the food part of it.
Well, check out Adam at Egg and Flour off KK in Bayview. Just a wonderful restaurant here. Quick pasta on the go, but always delicious. And the Freshwater Food and Wine Festival, its debut in September, the 19th and 20th at the Summerfest grounds. Cool stuff, man. You're also up to some really fun and interesting things.
We want people to treat it as their own festival, too. We're here to show off the city, so.
Good stuff. Adam, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy
Thank
Thanksgiving.
you, guys.
Appreciate it. 12:50 here on WTMJ.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday sale starts this Friday at 6 a.m. Now's your chance to save up to 50% or more on Friday-only super deals store-wide while supplies last. Like 55% off select Nesco covered cake pans, $7.99. Over half off select 2-packs of Moultrie trail cams. Zero exposure coats for the whole family are half price. And select dog beds are just $9.99 while supplies last. Don't miss your chance to save up to 50% or more during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday sale starting at 6 a.m.
Enjoy life at Capri Communities.
I recently moved my dad into a Capri community. My dad has really blossomed since moving to Capri and has gained new independence. His falls have decreased, he's eating healthy meals, and going on new adventures. Knowing Dad is in a great place takes my worries away, and now we're both enjoying life again.
Enjoy life at Capri Communities.
For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage authority in the state of Wisconsin. Such wonderful people at Geist. If you got a busted garage door, hey, don't worry about it. Don't let it get you down. Geist has amazing brands, doors and openers for every budget. CHI, LiftMaster, the best in the business, right there at Geist, the best in the business. They can even go custom for you if that's what your project requires. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, check out GeistDoors.com. Their showroom in Brookfield, right off Barker Road. Stop in, see what I'm talking about here. They could turn your project around quickly with that inventory. Don't think twice. Call Geist and visit GeistDoors.com.
Steinhaffel's biggest Black Friday sale is on now. Save 10% store-wide and get $50 cash back for every $499 you spend, plus a $200 MasterCard rewards card when you finance $1,999 or more. Shop in-store and on steinhaffels.com today.
WTMJ's John Mercure here. I love my dogs, Bella and Baxter, an important part of our family. They're kind of like kids sometimes, and like kids, they weren't always listening, but I've got it figured out now. Thanks to Matt and his teams at Sit Mean Sit Dog Training, our dogs are better behaved. They don't bark as much. They just listen better. They're happy, confident, obedient. Our house is a better house. Sit Mean Sit Dog Training turned it around for us. Let them do the same for you. You can start with a free consultation. The website is sitmeansitwaukesha.com. Sitmeansitwaukesha.com.
Well, kind of a gloomy day here. Clouds in full effect. Might get some rain a little later on tonight. Cloudy and windy this evening. It'll be blustery, falling to 32 degrees by 4 o'clock on Wednesday. It's going to be kind of nasty tomorrow, too. Thursday's high, 31 degrees, mostly cloudy, windy, and chilly. Friday, sunny, but cold, a high of 30 degrees. Snow likely on Saturday with a high of 33. It's 48 degrees and cloudy in Milwaukee at 12:53. I find it entertaining that Adam doesn't cook at all. You ask,
I think it's great, though. I love his family for doing that.
Yeah, well, he's got a great family of chefs in his family, too. So it's certainly not a bad meal. He doesn't have to be over the shoulder of anybody. But it does bring about that age-old question, like, what is the best way to cook a turkey? And what people sometimes forget, you want to get creative, and I've been down this path, too. I love it on the smoker. It was fantastic. I've done the deep fry thing. It's good, but it's also a mess. And if it's raining outside, you got a real problem on your hands because rain, fire, and the hot oil don't go together very well. But you know what holds the temperature really, really well? An oven. You don't have to do much with it, and it can come out delicious.
Make sure you don't dry it out.
Exactly, but you got to attend to it.
That's easier said than done, I know.
Brine it, right? It does require some prep steps, but smoker is my ultimate favorite. I really do enjoy that. But out of the oven, man, if you do it right, it's delicious.
Well, I was asking him about kind of more contemporary side dishes because I do feel like as people get older and families age, you have different people, different age groups who are helping more with the food, right? And we've definitely seen that with our family. And something I've tried to do is take the favorites that I loved as a kid and just do it up a little, take it up a notch, right? So as an example, as a kid, and I know this is controversial, but I loved cranberry sauce. And I loved the jelly kind where you just take the can opener and crank it, and then you try to jiggle it out of the can.
Yeah, it comes out whole with ridges.
Yeah, with the ridges.
Might even say ocean spray.
Yes, and then you slice it. So I still love that. And actually, my Uncle Dan, you know about my Uncle Dan, he loves that too, still, to this day. So he appreciates when I bring that. But I bring that for the kids and for Uncle Dan. But then I also do a spicy habanero cranberry for adults who like a little kick. And it goes so well with the turkey. So I think it's just my fun way of taking something that I loved as a kid and doing it a little bit different for the adults and to bring it into 2025.
I like it, right, modernize, because nobody likes green bean casserole.
The one I mentioned. But here's the thing. I also just saw, I don't know what video it was, somebody it was like they made little croissants and had a little cradle, and then they put the green bean casserole in it. So it was like a green bean casserole bite. And I thought that was fun.
That I might be able to do.
Yeah, I can get down with that.
Okay, all right.
Green bean casserole bite.
I like what you're doing here. It's 12:56 in WTMJ. 1 o'clock news coming up in just a few.
So, Alex, why don't you tell us about Lion's Tail?
We've been brewing for 10 years, and now we're busy expanding into Milwaukee, trying to get on every shelf of every store and on tap at every restaurant.
How has Horicon Bank been a part of your story?
Horicon Bank understands the needs of small businesses versus working with a big bank. Horicon, they're much like a small business, just like we are. I know most of the people on that team. It's nice working with someone that understands your business.
Greg Matzek here for Siding Unlimited. Truly siding and a whole lot more. How's your house doing here? Is it prepared for winter? You got to be. You got to have your house ready to go when the winter weather kicks in. Siding Unlimited can help beautify your home's exterior. You know that. They can also help protect your home from what's to come. Make sure those windows are secure and the integrity is still there. If not, Siding Unlimited can come to the rescue. Done a number of projects for us over the years. Their installation teams are incredible. Goes hand in hand with the great products that they have at Siding Unlimited. Put them to work for you. Siding, windows, doors, roofing, you name it. Have them expand your outdoor living space for next spring, summer, and fall with a new patio, pergola, gas fire pit on those cozy nights. It's Siding Unlimited. Wonderful people, family-owned business. Connect with Eric and Aaron Brown and let them do for you what they've done for me. Visit sidingunlimited.com.
If you've been injured, let our team help get you back in the game. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Bucks. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Get ready, Bucks fans. Wisconsin's Midday News with Greg Matzek and Jessica Ty is taking you courtside. Bucks Insiders is your inside look at player updates, game previews, and exclusive analysis with special guests all season long.
Guys are like having fun, like there's a real energy.
Powered by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Tune in every Thursday at 12:35. Only on Wisconsin's Midday News. WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
I'm John Merck here, excited to be joined by Dr. Kurt Crimmins. He is a surgeon with Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin. Doc, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
I want to ask you about OHAU and a general question. What makes OHAU such a special place?
We're orthopedics only, and we've been able to craft our product to meet the needs of this community. It's orthopedics only, so we can really get good at that one segment.
You excel at the two most important concepts of patient care, delivering industry-leading outcomes, obviously critically important, and providing an experience that patients rave about. How important is that part that patients feel what you feel every day when they come in to see you?
When they have an experience with us, it makes them feel better about their care. And so if we can get them a good outcome on the repair or the surgical side of things, and then they leave thinking, wow, I had all this individual attention, it feeds into their good result.
So you're a hand specialist, and you've worked with the professional teams, the top athletic programs in our area. What makes the way you do hand surgery and the way it's handled at OHAU unique?
Yeah, well, we have a great opportunity. First of all, we have lots of space, lots of ORs. And so in my busy schedule, a lot of my surgeries are a lot shorter. We bounce room to room so the patients don't have to be around in the hospital quite as long. And we kind of get them in and out. We've tailor-made the experience where they come in, they get set up, they get treated, and they're out.
What are the most common problems that you treat?
Well, I do a lot of things, carpal tunnel, trigger finger, the minor tendonitis problems, lots of arthritis.
You use state-of-the-art, non-invasive endoscopic equipment routinely. Why is that a big deal?
Well, it's a real big deal in carpal tunnel surgery now because it's dramatically changed the recovery in the first several weeks. Formerly, you have your carpal tunnel surgery. You might be 4 to 6 weeks before you're doing heavier things. And when we can use a camera, use a smaller incision, recoveries are just dramatically shorter.
Dr. Kurt Crimmins is with Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin. Dr. Crimmins, thank you so much for spending some time with us.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Stay up to date with your trusted and relevant source in news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
It's 1 o'clock. I'm Greg Matzek. This is Wisconsin's Midday News for Tuesday, November 25th. Your top story: when could the Slenderman stabber return to Wisconsin?
I'm Jessica Tighe. The FBI is investigating lawmakers.
Patchy drizzle, breezy afternoon showers, likely a high of 51. Chance of rain and snow, a little mixed tonight. Blustery with a low of 32. Those wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour. High tomorrow, 38. 48 and cloudy in Milwaukee at 101. From the WTMJ breaking newsroom, Milwaukee police officers have a new contract for the first time in 3 years.
The Common Council approving the 4-year, $50 million agreement that includes a 15% pay increase and back pay. Alderman Mark Chambers.
I'm going to support this reluctantly. You know, my issue hasn't always been the level of back pay that has been receiving, because that's where the larger numbers come into play.
Alderperson Jocasta Zamaripa expressing some concerns and abstained from voting.
But an over 25% increase for the 3 top positions at the police union is outrageous and unacceptable to me.
The Milwaukee Police Association says this contract brings long overdue stability for its officers. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Decision, Wisconsin. The Democratic field to replace Governor Tony Evers in 2026 drops from 8 to 7. American Family Field beer vendor Ryan Sternad has dropped out of the race. He says he'll now endorse Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley. Sternad previously ran unsuccessfully for the state assembly as a Republican in 2000.
The half-dozen Democratic veterans of the military and intelligence community who appeared in a video urging troops to ignore illegal orders are now being contacted by the FBI. ABC's Stephen Portnoy with the latest from Washington.
Sources say the FBI is aiming to schedule interviews with the 6 congressional Democrats who appeared in the video. Director Kash Patel says career agents and analysts of the FBI will determine next steps, including whether there's a legal basis to open an investigation. The Pentagon says it's conducting a thorough review of Senator Mark Kelly's conduct and is looking at possibly recalling the retired Navy captain to active duty to face military punishment. The Democrats insist their video urging troops to ignore illegal orders simply restated the law.
Senator Kelly says the Pentagon's actions amount to bullying.
Ukraine appears to be on board for a U.S.-designed peace plan to end the fighting with Russia. There are still some details that need to be worked out, however. News Nation's Tom Dempsey.
Ukraine's own defense minister posted to social media, writing, quote, "Our delegations reached a common understanding on the core terms of the agreement discussed in Geneva," and adding, quote, "We look forward to organizing a visit of Ukraine's president to the United States at the earliest suitable date in November to complete final steps and make a deal with President Trump."
Russia has not commented on the deal. The president had set a Thanksgiving deadline to get a deal done.
Time for news about your money in the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Waiting for the Dow to tick up just one more point. Can you get there? It's up 550 points right now at 46,999. NASDAQ is up about 100 today at 22,962. And the S&P having a good day, up about 50 points at 6752. For sound financial advice from a fee-only fiduciary, it's Annex Wealth Management. Go to annexwealth.com and click on the Get Started button today.
Will Packers running back Josh Jacobs give it a go on Thanksgiving? Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 104.
I'm WTMJ's Sandy Max. What makes senior living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Bill.
We didn't want to be sitting in our house alone. And I was glad because I didn't have to do all the chores around the house that I was sick of doing. I decided to get involved in a lot of the different activities like the theater group. I run TED Talks once a month. I'm chairman of the library committee. The other things I like about Three Pillars is the outdoor things. And there's a beautiful fishing pond. It's just a great, great place to live.
Schedule a tour today at threepillars.org.
Are you sick and tired of sad, skimpy, frozen pizzas that lack toppings and flavor? Problem solved! Screamin' Sicilian brings the party to pizza with mountains of whole milk mozzarella, premium meats, and veggies stacked to the sky. No tweaks necessary. Just tons of toppings and amazing flavor. Just bake it, bite it, and let it rip. Mamma mia! Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian. Toppings piled high, screaming loud, always delicious.
Hey, fellas, are you feeling off of your game? If you feel like something is holding you back, connect with the medical professionals at Game Day Men's Health. WTMJ's Greg Matzek here. Game Day Men's Health helps guys regain their youthful edge with hormone replacement, vitamin therapy, personalized weight loss plans, plus EPAT therapy, which I've used for injuries such as plantar fasciitis or tennis elbow. And it's all under the care of experienced medical professionals. A free consultation at their clinic in Brookfield, Shorewood, Germantown, or Delafield. Game Day Men's Health. Get back in the game.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker, and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Time for WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports desk. Packers running back Josh Jacobs listed as questionable on the team's injury report for Thursday's game against the Lions. Jacobs expressing confidence he'll be able to give it a go.
Thursday, I'm definitely playing. If it's just because I feel it a little bit, then I'm going to go. I mean, I can push through that. Mentally, I'm tough enough to push through that.
Thursday's game, a noon kick from Ford Field. And the Bucks have dropped 5 straight games in 6 of its last 7. Giannis expected to travel with the team to Miami for a Wednesday night contest, but unlikely that he'll be able to play. Giannis has missed the last 4 games with a groin strain.
Let's check out the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. It looks like we have a new crash in Washington County, I-41 South. At the ramp from Wisconsin 60, left shoulder is blocked because of this crash. It's hard to tell. The camera's a little far away, but it looks kind of nasty. I do see an emergency responder is at the scene right now. I can also tell that the roads look wet up there in Washington County right now. So heads up, it is a big travel day for a lot of people. I-41 South at the ramp from Wisconsin 60 in Washington County. There is a brand new crash. Also, still dealing with... It's not looking as bad as it was, but in Waukesha County, I-94 West at the ramp from County T, we did have at one point both shoulders on the left and the right blocked. Due to cars, there was a crash out there, and then you had cars on the shoulders. Just about a half hour ago, I watched as one of the tow trucks came, and it has now pulled one of the cars that was blocking the right shoulder away, so that's a great development. But I do still see On the left shoulder, there's one car out there with its lights blinking, and that one is still out there. Doesn't look like it's causing problems, though, so that's a better situation.
Traffic is sponsored by the Amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford.
Enjoy the new all-you-can-eat Saturday breakfast buffet from 8 a.m. till noon for under $10 at the Mineshaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford. Just walk on in. It's big food. It's big fun. It's the Mineshaft.
Not the best travel day here. Some patchy drizzle, breezy. Afternoon and evening showers are possible. A high of 51. When the temperatures drop, they're going to stay down for a little while here. Low of 32 tonight. Chance of a rain-snow mix. Wednesday's high 38 degrees. Mostly cloudy and windy. Thursday's high 31. Sun returns on Friday, but a high of just 30 degrees. Snow likely on Saturday with a high of 33. 48 and cloudy in Milwaukee at 109.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios in downtown Milwaukee, it's Wisconsin's Midday News, making stories come to life. Now, here are your hosts, Greg Matzek and Jessica Tighe.
109 on WTMJ. Greg and Jessica with you. If you're out and about on the roads here, getting to your final location before Thanksgiving, hope you travel safe here. It looks like if you're going to the northern part of the state, it could be a little nasty out, so we'll get an idea of the timing here. It's yesterday talking to Niz, he wasn't sure about the timing and where this front and system was going to go, but now there appears to be more clarification that they've got some winter storm warnings in effect in the Minneapolis area and areas of northern Minnesota. So snow to the west and north here in Wisconsin for sure.
Yeah, Mother Nature making it a little bit tricky this Thanksgiving holiday.
It's 109 on WTMJ.
And now it's time for 3 Big Things on Wisconsin's Midday News.
Number 1, the Slender Man stabber who cut off her Department of Corrections monitoring bracelet over the weekend just made her first appearance in court since running away. 23-year-old Morgan Geyser is in trouble again after leaving the group home where she was placed in Madison and traveling to Illinois with a friend. During today's court appearance, she waived extradition, paving the way for her return back here to Wisconsin. Geyser is being held in the Cook County Jail in the meantime. Any new charges, we're told, will come out of Dane County. This is just the latest development in a case that shocked our community and made headlines around the world. Back in 2014, Geyser and Anissa Wire lured a friend into the woods in Waukesha and stabbed their friend 19 times to appease the fictional character known as Slender Man. The victim just barely survived. Geyser spent 7 years in the Winnebago Health Institute in Oshkosh before being placed into the group home this fall. It will be up to the state to decide whether her conditional release should be revoked.
Number 2, mentioned the snow that's coming for northern Wisconsin and areas of Minnesota. It's actually got a name here. It's Alston.
If you look at the winter storm warnings that are in effect, heads up for you here in north central Minnesota through the Arrowhead and then northern Wisconsin as well. Other areas, winter weather advisories. A little less snow there, a little heavier snow for you across Minnesota.
That's a report from the Weather Channel here. 5 to 8 inches of snow expected in northwestern Wisconsin. Think around the area of Rice Lake and areas to the north. Lake Superior snow belts could see a foot or more. In Minnesota, rain is going to move into snow this evening. Hazardous to impossible travel overnight due to reduced visibility and blowing snow. They've got a winter storm warning in effect beginning later this afternoon in Minneapolis and surrounding areas. Brian Niznansky joins us coming up in about 25 minutes. We'll get a feel for what's going to be happening around the state here over the next 36 hours or so.
Number 3, waddle and gobble. Waddle, one of 2 Thanksgiving turkeys to be pardoned by President Trump, walked into the White House briefing room this morning. No. Waddled into the White House briefing room this morning and gobbled to the delight of the White House press corps. That actually happened. Both Waddle and Gobble are being pardoned by the president. Gobble the turkey is serving as the official White House pardoned turkey. Waddle is apparently on standby should Gobble not be able to perform his official duties.
And what are those official duties? Do we know? Is there a detailed report?
I don't know, but it looks like this just happened. And let me just tell you that at one point, I'm seeing a report that President Trump said, Waddle, by the way, is missing in action.
Oh, no.
But that's okay. We can pretend Waddle is here.
Okay.
So where did Waddle go?
I don't know. I'm getting out of Dodge. Who names the turkeys? That's another question I have.
I think the public names the turkeys.
Oh, really?
You remember that? I think the public names the turkeys, or some school kids do. I'm trying to think of what the names were last
public.
year. Last year, the turkeys were Peach and Blossom. I actually like this year's names better.
I would have preferred Vinny and Eric. It's 113 on
Maybe next year.
WTMJ.
WTMJ's John Merck here. I love my dogs, Bella and Baxter, an important part of our family. They're kind of like kids sometimes, and like kids, they weren't always listening, but I've got it figured out now. Thanks to Matt and his teams at Sit Means Sit Dog Training, our dogs are better behaved. They don't bark as much. They just listen better. They're happy, confident, obedient. Our house is a better house. Sit Means Sit Dog Training turned it around for us. Let them do the same for you. You can start with a free consultation. The website is sitmeanssitwaukesha.com. Sitmeanssitwaukesha.com.
Hey, thanks, John. Hey, while you're at it, make an appointment to see John and Julia for our next round of trivia. Looking forward to this, part of Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive. It's coming up here Wednesday of next week, as a matter of fact. So put it on the calendar for 7 o'clock on Wednesday, December 3rd. Join John and Julia at Left's Lucky Town in Wauwatosa, right up State Street, all part of Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive, and presented by Quizmaster Trivia. So bring an unwrapped and unused toy to see John and Julia and play some trivia. Bring some family, bring some friends. It's such a good time. We had my daughters there about a week ago, as a matter of fact, when we played out at Maddie's. Well, you can do the same thing at Left's on Wednesday, December 3rd. 7 o'clock, it's Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive Trivia, presented by Quizmaster Trivia.
Education changes everything. It opens doors, shapes futures, and builds the foundation for our children's success. At City Ford Collective, we're working to transform our city's schools and ensure every Milwaukee child receives the high-quality education they deserve. We've taken real steps forward, but our work is far from done. This giving season, we're asking you to join us. Together, we can secure a stronger future for our children and a stronger future for Milwaukee. To support our mission, visit cityforwardcollective.org/donate. That's cityforwardcollective.org/donate.
How do you want your backyard to look? New deck, patio, shade area, pergola, fire pit, in-ground pool, outdoor kitchen, or all of it? Let Outdoor Living Unlimited design and build your space, and everyone will scream wow when they see your new backyard. Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's resourceful Waukesha showroom or visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Well, today is going to certainly be the final mild day of the week, and I don't know, maybe the year for all we know. 51 degrees your high today, but kind of drizzly out, and that could turn into snow later on tonight with a low of 32 degrees. Tomorrow's high just 38, rain and snow mix likely. More of a snow issue further to the north. Niz will join us coming up in about 20 minutes. We'll go through the details of that. It's going to be cold here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with temperatures in the low to mid 30s. 48 degrees and cloudy in Milwaukee at 116.
Don't become a victim.
Scams on the rise.
A warning today. Watch out.
Be aware with the BBB.
Should I click on this? No.
On Wisconsin's Midday News.
With the holidays around the corner, many families are thinking about adding a furry friend to the mix. In fact, one of my good friends is picking up a new Cavalier on Black Friday. She's so excited about it. But that adorable Cavalier or Cocker Spaniel you find online may not actually exist. The Better Business Bureau, serving Wisconsin, is warning consumers about a surge in pet schemes that can cost unsuspecting buyers thousands of dollars and a whole lot of heartache. Lisa Schiller, the Senior Director of Investigations at the BBB Serving Wisconsin, joins us live in the studio today to explain how these scams work, who's behind them, and how to avoid becoming a victim. Thank you, as always, for joining us, and especially this week because it's the holiday week.
Oh, I love being here. Thank you for having me.
So can you walk us through how a typical online pet scam works from the first click to the moment someone realizes, oh, shoot, I've been scammed?
Yes. So typically a family or somebody is interested in purchasing a dog. They usually have a breed in mind, and they'll Google that breed or, puppies for sale, dogs for sale. And I shouldn't just say puppies because it's not, exclusive to just dogs, but that's what we see the most. And then up will pop all of these different websites, through the SEO. And people will click on one of the first, websites or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 that they see. And they see a dog, they fall in love with it, they name it. And then they move forward with the purchase, and they make a payment, and then the scammer will come back and tell them that they need to pay, extra money for this, that, and the other, and it goes on and on and on and on until you pull the plug on that. There are so many fake websites that I'm afraid to even tell you to go online to look for a puppy, honestly.
Wow.
Hey, Lisa, have you seen an uptick in this over the last couple of years?
I will tell you that in Wisconsin, I feel like the reports to the BBB scam tracker have shown an uptick, if that would be my opinion. But on a national level, we've actually seen it go down slightly, but it's still really a big thing. It's been big, during and since COVID. It remains still a very common scam to be reported. Again, I see this all the time. I see it on a weekly basis in Wisconsin.
Oh, wow, weekly basis. And especially right now during the holidays. Some scammers are now using AI-generated images or video to make their operations look more legit. How are you seeing that technology change this landscape?
Well, we're seeing technology change the landscape of everything, especially with AI in general. I mean, it's so easy for these con artists to pull photos and wording from legitimate sites and then make their own websites. That's why it's hard for, people to really realize if they're, on a scam site or not. And not only that, but I mean, they want to believe that dog exists. The family sometimes will name that dog that they see a picture of it, and they all of a sudden have, made it part of the family without even having the dog. And so, it makes it even more difficult. But, one of our tips is to, take that image and, do a reverse check on it and see if you see that photo anywhere else, or even copy and paste parts of, some of the wording on the website and do a Google search, see if it pops up on other websites.
Puppy scams, very popular this time of year and year-round. Also, Black Friday, right around the corner, a time when a lot of people are going to be not only out at the stores, but clicking around online as you approach Cyber Monday. It really is that time of year where we're doing a lot of our work online, trying to be efficient, Lisa, trying to move quickly through the process. And, it can also get you here, especially in the online world.
Right. Yeah. And they say that this still remains the busiest time of year for shopping. Black Friday, still big. Although we're seeing, a trend the last couple of years where stores and other retailers are actually starting the sales a little bit sooner. So people have already started the shopping and we're talking about it. It's still going to continue. But online shopping is really big. Obviously, during Black Friday. And in fact, one of our tips is to shop online, see if you can get the deal better online and not even leave the comfort of your own home.
Some people actually, I know on Black Friday, you have families that go out together. It's a mom and a daughter. They're mapping out the stores. Other people who have a budget. How important are those things to kind of just make sure you don't go overboard?
Yeah, and I think, especially this year, a lot of people are really feeling the pinch, of the dollar. So actually, it's very important to create a budget and stick with it as best you can. Make a list, try to stick to that list, and do some research ahead of time. Try to comparison shop, do some online searching for those items that you're looking to buy.
Do scammers operate in this space? Lisa, in your experience in history, it's Black Friday. People are trying to move quick. You're on your phone. You're trying to order that thing. You may be hunting for a deal because it's expensive around the holidays. Do scammers play in this space, especially over these next several days and even weeks?
Absolutely. I mean, and they know that everyone's shopping. I mean, scammers are always, staying one step ahead of us. And they're watching the news. They know that, Black Friday and online shopping is very big, not only on Black Friday, but, Cyber Monday is coming up on Monday, too. So, they're well aware of all that stuff. So absolutely, we do see scammers taking advantage of that.
What are the biggest changes you've seen in the way consumers shop and then ultimately how scammers are looking to target? Because for a while, it was like nobody was going to the brick and mortars anymore. But I feel like you have some people who are going back now because they miss that experience. But then you have some people going to a mall and they're like, well, where are the stores?
Yeah, right.
Depending
That's
on which mall.
true.
I mean, look at our stores here. Mayfair, still super busy, still buzzing, still booked with stores. You go to Brookfield Square and it's a ghost town.
Yeah, and Southridge is right in the middle, I think, of both of those. Yeah, I mean, and it's such a tradition, right? I mean, people still love to shop, and they get together, family members and the girls in the family. And I think that they still make that, a day of, they're shopping, they start early, they go to lunch, and they make a big deal out of it, which I think is great. But we have seen, trends changing, and that is, the online shopping. I know one of the predictions from the National Retail Federation this year, which I love, is that they're predicting that more people are going to be reading reviews this time around. And so I think that's great because, we need to, really know who we're dealing with and, what we're buying and, watch out for those products that are, claiming to be on sale, but maybe they're not. Maybe the price has been increased and now it says it's a sale. So if you do your research, I think you're going to get the best bang for your buck.
I love reading reviews, but I feel like reviews can be tricky too sometimes because it's like, I feel like most people who write reviews are either, one, got the product for free, and so it'll say, I'm a reviewer or whatever, or two, they absolutely love the product, or they are mad about the product. Doesn't feel like there's a lot of in between. So then you see something, and then I'll just second guess it, and then I'm reading too many reviews. But I do agree with you. I mean, it's great. It's great information to have.
Yeah, and not just for products, but for businesses. Take time to write a review, read a review. We always say, you can first of all go to the Better Business Bureau and write a customer review. We vet and verify our reviews. So I don't know that there's a lot of vetting and verifying going out there, but we do it. And I think that that's really helpful. And we love positive reviews. I always remind people we're not just there for complaints, take time to tell us about a great experience you've had with a business.
Yeah.
Well, Black Friday rolls into Small Business Saturday, and that's a great segue because there are so many great communities around the state of Wisconsin, from Tosa to Red Granite, points in between and beyond, where you've got these quaint, cute little downtowns. And whether you're buying a candle or an Afghan or something, who knows, you're supporting a great local business in your community. I love the Small Business Saturday aspect of the holiday shopping season.
I do too. It's one of the things that I love talking about, and I always really take advantage of it myself. Whatever I have planned that day, I make sure that I go out and I shop local and I shop small.
That is so great. And then you have Small Business Saturday rolls into Monday, Cyber Monday.
Yes.
See how it all works?
I know. It's shop, shop, shop. Deals, deals, deals. I do kind of wonder sometimes, is there a deal that's going to be better on Cyber Monday than Black Friday? If I see a great deal on Black Friday, even if I'm going to order it online, should I wait until Cyber Monday, or is it likely all kind of a wash?
Yeah, that's really hard to say. I mean, I will tell you that I went over the weekend to shop for an electronic that I need to purchase. And the salesperson told me, you're going to get this deal today, even though it's not Black Friday yet. You can get that deal today. And if it goes on sale even more within the next 30 days, you can bring the receipt back and get a discount. And I said, well, wouldn't the Black Friday deal be the best deal? And he was like, not necessarily. So
he knows something.
He knows something, and I learned something new. So I thought, well, I'm going to save all my receipts this year, and I'm going to go back and double check anything that I purchase. Because you never know.
That is also a good idea, to save the receipts, right? Yes. I know some people who never save the receipts. And then it's like if something goes wrong, well, where's the receipt? Oh, no.
Yeah, and then you know what? The item is just, you can't use it, you can't wear it, it doesn't fit. So yeah, absolutely. And one of our tips is, save that receipt, get a gift receipt whenever possible too.
I always like those gift receipts too. Lisa, packed with information today. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Same to you all.
We're coming up, actually, right now. Ding, ding, ding. It's 1:26. Local news up next, and your top national headlines as well.
Blain's Farm and Fleet's early Black Friday deals have arrived, in-store and online while supplies last. Right now, shop early Black Friday-like savings store-wide on the things you need and the brands you love. Like new men's work and sport thermal Henleys or Cambridge flannels, just $19.99. A DeWalt shop stool with casters, $99.99. Rewards members save an extra $5. And select men's Keen hiking boots, half price, $74.99. Don't miss early Black Friday deals in-store and online only at Blain's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Founded by inventors and fueled by community and focused on your business. What a great story. Horicon Bank first opened its doors in 1896 in the town of Horicon. People were going to work. They needed a community bank. Horicon Bank opened its doors in Horicon, and now they're opening doors in Menominee Falls and Wauwatosa and New Berlin. You've likely noticed here, Horicon Bank expanding into southeastern Wisconsin, but they've not lost their community-minded approach. Financing requests for you and your business can be approved in days, not weeks. Your banker understands you and how that business works at Horicon Bank. They get the job done with great service, great products. They go hand in hand with great people at Horicon Bank. Truly the natural choice and member FDIC.
Cheese doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. 4-door hatchback.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but a car is not one of them. The national online company makes it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, plus test drive the vehicle before you buy it. And they're right here to handle any issues.
What? The car's stuck. No!
Start your search at adam.com.
Whether you're ready or not, the holidays are here. But Wisconsin Harley-Davidson has you covered. Stop by for the Black and Orange Weekend, Friday, November 28th and Saturday, November 29th. Whether you're working on winter projects, decorating, working on your list, or just filling up your closet, don't miss Black and Orange Weekend at Wisconsin Harley-Davidson. Get all the info by liking them and following them on Facebook, Instagram, or at wishd.com. Wisconsin Harley-Davidson, your destination dealer.
Matt LePay for Steinhoffels. Steinhoffels is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Since 1934, Steinhoffels has been Wisconsin's furniture and mattress destination for quality, selection, and service. For over 90 years, Steinhoffels has helped Wisconsinites create the homes of their dreams and is 100% employee-owned. Steinhoffels has the largest selection of all the latest styles and all the best mattress brands. You'll find something for every style and every budget. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
You work hard, you probably play hard, and you deserve to feel like your best you. That's where Mend Massage comes in. I'm a customer of Mend Massage, and they just absolutely get it. You can find them at mendstudio.com. Multiple locations, 11 types of massage therapy. They go above and beyond, taking care of employees. They customize everything. It's Mend Massage. When I'm there, I'm comfortable, and I know it's long-term wellness. That's their goal. Each session is 60 minutes. They book you for 60, you get 60. I trust them. mendstudio.com.
It's here. Black Friday deals are live at Fox World Travel, and your next adventure is waiting. Set sail with Viking or Holland America. Fly away with Delta Vacations. Explore Europe with Insight or Globus. Or unwind in luxury with Classic Vacations. From sun-soaked beaches to breathtaking rivers and historic cities, there's a trip for every dreamer. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com. These exclusive partner deals won't last long.
For WTMJ contest rules, visit WTMJ.com/contests.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Not only does Progressive let you bundle your insurance, they also give you round-the-clock protection. Quote today at Progressive.com.
It's 1:30. I'm Greg Matzek. This is Wisconsin's Midday News. It's Tuesday, November 25th. Your top story, overriding all of the mayor's vetoes.
I'm Jessica Tighe. New charges for a local police chief.
Patchy drizzle, breezy, evening showers, high of 51. Chance of rain, snow tonight with a low of 32.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. 6 lawmakers and veterans who appeared in a video urging members of the military to not carry out orders that are illegal are now being investigated by the Pentagon, and interviews are now set with the FBI.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says the video's vague rhetoric undermines trust, creates hesitation in the chain of command, and erodes cohesion. The Democrats say urging service members to ignore illegal orders simply restates the law they're all expected to follow. With the FBI now seeking interviews with the Democrats who appeared on camera, Michigan Senator Alyssa Slotkin said the use of the FBI to, quote, target us is exactly why we made this video in the first place.
ABC's Stephen Portnoy. At a meeting in Europe, a French palace spokesperson says there's a tentative framework on a peace plan with the U.S. and Ukraine that includes creating a task force to clarify security guarantees for Ukraine. It also comes as Russia continues attacks on Ukraine, killing 7 people in a drone and missile attack in Kyiv overnight. On Wall Street, stocks are up this hour. This is ABC.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 1:31. Milwaukee Common Council votes to override all of Mayor Cavalier Johnson's budget vetoes. Reaction from the mayor on WTMJ's Point Taken.
Do we really have an objective system of checks and balances in the city of Milwaukee anymore? And it appears to me that more and more that just really doesn't seem to be the case.
The council's veto override means extra funding for the fire department, expanded Sunday library hours, and a 1% residency incentive increase for city employees. Alderman Peter Pergelis.
You don't want a fire engine that might get there. You want equipment that will get there every single time.
And the budget now heads back to the mayor for review.
The Greenfield police chief will go to trial after being accused of installing a city-owned poll camera outside of his personal residence.
Jay Johnson is charged with misconduct and inconsistent duty. An amended criminal complaint adds the charge of felony destroying data because Johnson allegedly deleted text messages related to the situation off of his department-issued phone before giving it back. The state called Special Agent Scott Marlock to testify.
City attorney said that Mr. Johnson or Chief Johnson should not hang the camera, citing legal reasons.
Johnson once again pled not guilty to all charges. He's back in court on January 15th. Elizabeth Linton and WTMJ News.
A former high school teacher gets prison time for child sex crimes. 36-year-old Justin Liepert of Waukesha will serve 5 years after pleading guilty to child enticement and possessing child pornography. He used to teach at Wisconsin Lutheran High School when he met a 16-year-old boy working late on a theater production. Liepert then messaged the teen for sex and sent sexually explicit videos using dating and social media apps in 2024. 12 other charges against him were dismissed.
2 downtown Milwaukee buildings have received permanent historic designation.
The Common Council vote Tuesday grants the designation to both the UWM Panther Arena and Miller High Life Theater. The resolution comes more than 6 months after the Wisconsin Center District, which owns the buildings, commissioned a best use study related to the future of the land, which downtown Alderman Bob Bauman has claimed will suggest the demolition of the buildings in favor of a convention center hotel. In a statement, District President and CEO Marty Brooks says WCD is committed to working with the council in the future. The results of the best use study will be revealed in January. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
And Milwaukee's airport has some tips for traveling this Thanksgiving.
Mitchell International 100,000 passengers will fly through Milwaukee between Wednesday and Sunday. Although there are no longer government shutdown-related issues, the airport strongly encourages passengers to sign up for text alerts with their airline for any flight status changes. They recommend arriving 2 hours before your departure time, and those looking to park can use the MKE Smart Park app. New this year is the Real ID requirement and the new TSA policy that does not require passengers to remove their shoes. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
Sports, traffic, and weather next. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News time is 1:34.
You don't need a massive walk-in to have a beautiful, organized closet.
Tired of wasted space? Or that pile of shoes that's always hiding behind your closet door?
Abracadabra!
Inspired Closets is the expert at doubling or even tripling your storage space instantly.
It's like magic, but better, because it's custom designed for you.
We make it easy and affordable and transform your space regardless of its size or scope.
Get started today at InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Inspired Closets.
A wife and husband team.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. Time flies when you are running your business. It's getting to be the end of the year. How are you doing? Are your books in order? Do you know what your tax liability is going to be? It's never too early to start planning, but it can be too late. How does the new tax law affect you? Should you be doing anything to take advantage of the changes? Are you using all the strategies available to reduce your taxes? Many business owners ask us what is one thing they can do to make sure they are not leaving money on the table. No one wants to pay more taxes than they have to. We often hear, "I didn't know I could do that." Call us now to see what you can do before it's too late. The first meeting is free. Call 414-325-2040 now. You earned it. We help you keep it. That's 414-325-2040 or visit us at nealgroup.net. That's NEAL group.net.
It's Gina Della. You've heard me define what makes Pella Windows and Doors different. Let me introduce you to the woman behind the billboards, commercials, and share my extraordinary journey of resilience, reinvention, and shattering glass ceilings every Saturday morning at 6:30 on 620 WTMJ and anywhere you stream podcasts for What's the Difference with Gina Della to discuss business coaching across all industries, featuring successful executives, entrepreneurs, and mentors along the way. This is a story you won't want to miss.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Time for WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports desk. Packers running back Josh Jacobs listed as questionable on the team's injury report for Thursday's game against the Lions, but Jacobs expressing confidence he'll give it a go.
Thursday, I'm definitely playing. If it's just because I feel it a little bit, then I'm going to go. I mean, I can push through that. Mentally, I'm tough enough to push through that.
Thursday's game, a noon kick from Ford Field. And the Bucks have dropped 5 straight games in 6 of its last 7. Giannis expected to travel with the team to Miami for a Wednesday night contest. Unclear if he'll be able to play, however. Giannis has missed the last 4 games with a groin strain.
Checking out the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. We have a new incident in Milwaukee County, and this is just in a rough spot, especially on this Tuesday that is such a busy day with traveling for the Thanksgiving holiday. I-94 East at Hawley Road. That's a slow spot no matter what, and now it's a construction zone area. I-94 East at Hawley Road, the right lane is blocked due to a truck that is broken down. I do see an emergency responder has pulled up and is talking with the driver. But, oh, man, at this point, we only have 2 lanes of traffic because of the construction, and now you only have 1 lane of traffic right here. So it is right around the ballpark. It is a bit of a mess. We're definitely seeing things slow down. So just a heads up there. As far as anything else, it looks like our crashes have cleared. I do still see I-94 west at the ramp from County T. The left shoulder is blocked due to a car that's broken down. That's what they're calling it. I do know there was a crash out there earlier. Some of the cars involved have been taken away, but we still have this one car over to the left shoulder that's just hanging there with its lights flashing. So heads up there in Waukesha County, I-94 west at the ramp from County T.
Well, we now have a named snowstorm. Alston, welcome to the party here. It's set to affect areas in Minnesota and northern Wisconsin as early as today. In fact, they got some warnings into effect in the Minneapolis area and areas further north, and that could mean some of the same here for the state of Wisconsin. A little more clarity on the situation. We welcome in TMJ4 Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky. Hey, Niz.
Hey, guys. Let me start by saying not a huge fan of naming the winter storms.
Yeah, how long have we done that?
I don't know. I mean, is it a Weather Channel thing? I'm not sure who's actually doing the naming on it. I don't think it's the Weather Service, National Weather Service, which is where I kind of get into a gray area of whether this is like a marketing thing. And you know, meteorologists, we battle enough. Like the most critiques that I get on social media is, oh, you guys hype everything and this and that and that and that. So like, I just feel like measures like that don't help the cause. I'm not saying like, I don't know. I'm not here to tell anybody how to do their job or what they think is right. I'm not a personal fan of it. Let's just say that.
Well, I was going to ask you if you wished you could create the names, because Alston is kind of random. It's like when you have, the older generation hears the baby names for some of the younger kids, and they're like, where did they get that? I was kind of feeling that way about Alston, but I guess you answered the question in a different way.
Yeah. Well, I'll follow up by saying I'll change my mind. If I get allowed to come up with the names, then I change my tune. We'll do it. Give me that power. I don't know. I mean, Austin, that's a nice name and all. But to get us started with winter storms, I don't know. They could have come up with something a little bit better. I don't know.
So what are we looking at here? What is going to encroach on the state of Wisconsin, and where will the line or lines be that separate how severe the weather is?
Yeah, so this center of low pressure, no matter what, with this system is going to track to the north of us. And down to the basics, what that means is for the most of the duration of the event, including today, which it's been spotty, and yesterday, will be rain. Now, tomorrow, as that area of low pressure really tightens up, and it's pretty strong, as it moves to the east, we find ourselves on the back side of the counterclockwise rotation, which means a colder north influence, and that's when we'll see a change over to snow for us. So it will be snowing, quite hard across far northern Wisconsin. We went through this yesterday. I really think like from Highway 8, that's like Rhinelander and west and north, is going to see, a fairly substantial snowfall. The rest of the state, probably just some slushy, a couple inches of snow. And then by the time you get here in the southern Wisconsin, I think we're looking at maybe an inch of snow tomorrow. Now, again, it's going to be pretty nasty outside. The wind is really going to pick up. So an inch of snow, windy conditions, likely mainly wet roadways, but overall, it does not look like a great travel day tomorrow. I'm not saying don't hit the roads. It's just you're going to be dealing with the elements tomorrow.
And normally I wouldn't ask this, but I feel like it's so critical right now with tomorrow being another crazy busy travel day and so many people leaving at different hours. Can you kind of break that down into, okay, the morning you're going to see this, starting at noon you're going to see this, maybe by 4 p.m. this. Is that too much to ask for?
No, that's totally fine. So I do think our next round of, decent chance of showers moves in later this evening, probably around like 9, 10 o'clock. And that's rain showers still. Just a slight chance of showers through the night tonight. And then it's tomorrow morning. I would say morning commute tomorrow. And the first half of the day probably has the most snow for us. And then the afternoon, still some lingering light snow, but also becoming windy in the afternoon, which if temperatures start to flirt with the freezing mark, we have wet roads, it's windy, still could be a little dicey. Not saying, again, don't make your plans. Don't go on your trip or don't, and it's not to that magnitude, but we'll be dealing, with some, at the very least, wet roads and windy conditions through tomorrow.
Kind of staying cold here, too, Niz. It looks like through the weekend, after the snow or rain or whatever it is that's falling dissipates, sun returns, but warmer temperatures certainly do not.
Yeah, by Thanksgiving, highs only in the lower to middle 30s and could get even colder on Friday. Then this weekend, we got to watch another storm system. This one is still TBD. We've gone through this a number of times this winter as far as you'll see a lot of stuff on social media and maybe circled between your text chains of hey, that's expecting this much snow. I'm seeing one computer model, that people are tossing around showing a significant snowfall for us on Sunday. Yeah, that might pan out. But what also might pan out is absolutely nothing or just rain at this point. So that's kind of the reason why, I wait personally 48 hours before I give specific amounts. However, I will say that the pattern looks active. It is definitely worth watching on Sunday to see how things play out for us on Sunday. Because yes, one of the solutions, one of the scenarios could be, a measurable amount of snow.
And Niz, what's going on outside of our windows right now? Because I'll tell you what, we do not have windows here, and I typically take a peek at NOAA, and I see in downtown Milwaukee, it's 49 degrees and misty. When I'm checking out the traffic cameras, I see wet roads in some spot, and then other areas that look okay.
Yeah, just little minor light showers and sprinkles out the area. A lot of low-level moisture here. Temperatures are mild. We don't have to worry about, icy roadways. I mean, 50s, low 50s to upper 40s throughout the area. Just very hit and miss light sprinkles or drizzle. Again, anything more of significance to that likely holds off until later on this evening. And even at that, maybe we get 1/10 of an inch of rain.
All right, good stuff, Niz. Have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll check in again soon.
Yeah, I wish, guys, that we could just say, sunshine and 50 degrees, but it's that time of year where we start dealing with the elements.
Well, even getting the 50s, a little hint of it this week has been pretty good. It's anytime we can hang on to that in November, I'm down.
Sounds good, guys.
Blame it on Alston.
Yeah, blame it on Alston, shouldn't we all? First named storm of the season, November 25th. Does that seem about right? I feel like early November is usually when we're getting something like that. I'll take it. 1:45.
Goldsmiths are essential to running a jewelry store, but they're extremely hard to find.
Goldsmiths can repair jewelry, set diamonds, resize rings, and create beautiful, one-of-a-kind pieces of custom jewelry.
Most jewelry stores do not have an in-house goldsmith.
But Kessler's has 18 wonderful goldsmiths working in our 9 Kessler stores.
The average Kessler's goldsmith has more than 15 years of full-time experience.
And that's not counting all the apprentice goldsmiths and jewelry designers.
Our goldsmiths repair a lot of jewelry that we did not sell.
Bring us your broken jewelry and we'll bring it back to life.
When you see a woman with an extremely attractive, very distinctive engagement ring,
you can safely assume that it's a custom-designed, one-of-a-kind ring made by the goldsmiths at Kessler's.
When your relationship is special, you need a special engagement ring.
If you want something that's breathtakingly one-of-a-kind,
come to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Accunet Mortgage Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Flimsy, feeble, flaccid. That's how you can describe most pre-approval letters these days, because most banks still issue pre-approval letters without actually verifying your income, employment, or down payment. That's the exact opposite of an AccuNet rock-solid, fully verified and guaranteed pre-approval, where we put a $2,000 guarantee behind the fact the seller can actually rely on the terms of your pre-approval and offer. With AccuNet, there's also a possibility of issuing a property-specific pre-approval with as little as a 10% down payment that includes the magic words, "no appraisal required." That's right, AccuNet may be able to issue your pre-approval without needing an appraisal. That's the kind of certainty that can help a seller say yes to your offer. Sure, you can try competing with a flimsy bank pre-approval, or you can click on the blue button at AccuNet.com and get started with the pre-approval listing agents and sellers recognized as the best in the business. That's ACCUNET.com.
Score the top gifts for the Brewers fan in your life this holiday season. Set them up for an epic 2026 season with the all-new Brewers Holiday Bundle, featuring 4 ticket vouchers, loaded value concession credits, and an exclusive Brewers Holiday ornament, starting at just $99. Finish shopping for even the youngest Brewers fans with the 2026 Kids Crew Kit, including one-of-a-kind Brewers merch, 6 ticket vouchers, a ballpark tour, and more, all for just $35. Grab every Brewers Holiday gift today at Brewers.com.
Hey, fellas, are you feeling off of your game? If you feel like something is holding you back, connect with the medical professionals at Game Day Men's Health. WTMJ's Greg Matzek here. Game Day Men's Health helps guys regain their youthful edge with hormone replacement, vitamin therapy, personalized weight loss plans, plus EPAT therapy, which I've used for injuries such as plantar fasciitis or tennis elbow. And it's all under the care of experienced medical professionals. A free consultation at their clinic in Brookfield, Shorewood, Germantown, or Delafield. Game Day Men's Health. Get back in the game. Hey, thanks, Greg. Greg and Jessica with you until 3 o'clock here. It's Wisconsin's Midday News. So everybody's responsible for something in our family around Thanksgiving time, right? Who's bringing the this? Who's going to bring the that? Who's got the turkey? Who's got everything covered? And it can be kind of a trick, right? You talked about trying to 2025 your whatever it is on Thanksgiving.
Just a couple of things. Give it a current twist.
Well, I feel like, craft everything is sort of the rage. Craft cocktails, a little spin on green bean casserole, like you mentioned. Trying to do something a little bit different. And yes, the world of Instagram has made that world a lot easier because you can just type in a couple of prompts and get a zillion wonderful ideas that you've maybe never tried that sort of spin on something that you may have had before but are looking to freshen up. Well, if you feel like you've tried just about every beer on the market, a California-based company is bringing some new brews to light made from a rather unexpected ingredient, recycled water. That's right.
Recycled water?
Water used from maybe laundry or your shower.
Oh, no. When you said recycled water, I thought, okay, well, where are we going with this exactly? But no, that sounds gross.
The beer is a collaboration between the water technology firm Epic Cleantech and the Devil's Canyon Brewing Company. Talk about an interesting collaboration here. The primary goal is to change and challenge public perception and also raise awareness about water scarcity in the United States and the potential for urban water reuse systems. So they have come up with Shower Hour IPA.
Oh, jeez.
And Laundry Club Kolsch.
This is different than a shower beer. Remember that back in the day in college?
Yes,
some people would have a shower beer?
Yes, indeed. That was very common on spring break,
I haven't
right?
thought about
You get that Natty's Light or whatever in the shower, and there you go. Then you're off and running to Coco Bongos or whatever in Panama City, Florida. Not that I've ever done that before. Epic Cleantech has released these beers with the initial one water brew, a non-commercial release. But the Shower Hour IPA and the Laundry Club Kolsch are available for online purchase, so maybe they'll ship it in time for you to bring to your Thanksgiving holiday celebration.
Okay. It's probably not gross like it sounds, but just the idea of it makes me say...
Yeah, there's a yuck factor there.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know what else this reminds me of, and it's in a different way, but I also personally felt like it had a yuck factor, was remember... Was it, it might have even have been this year yet, maybe back spring, late spring or summer, when actress Sydney Sweeney was selling her used bathwater in a limited edition soap collab. It's like, what? I mean, yes, it is a beautiful woman. She was in this ad in a bathtub. I get it. But still, I don't want her used bathwater. And who does?
No such collaborations with Sydney Sweeney on the next line of brews coming out of this brewery. But experts note here that with the advanced treatment of recycled water, can actually be cleaner than conventional drinking water sources. So out of your tap. I know there's all sorts of different filtration devices. Right. If you're making beer, you're using the best of the best, or at least you should be, to get a high-quality product here. But it's still, you got to get by the name. And for whatever reason, I picture Kramer in an episode of Seinfeld just standing in his shower cutting up a salad, right? He put a garbage disposal in his shower drain.
Oh, I don't remember
he
that
wanted
one.
to cook while he bathed. It was really interesting. So I imagine the water coming out of Kramer's shower being used in the Shower Hour IPA.
Well, here's the thing. At first, I thought maybe this is a gimmick, but actually it sounds like they have two goals behind it, as well as just to have people enjoy an IPA. So I'm not anti that. I also thought that this bathwater soap of Sydney Sweeney's was a gimmick.
Sadly, it's not.
But they said it wasn't just a gimmick. It's crafted with exfoliating sand, pine bark extract, and oh yes, a splash of Sydney's signature suds. Designed to channel two of the best places on earth, the great outdoors and Sydney Sweeney's bathtub.
Well, there you go. Bring them both here to your Thanksgiving holiday celebration. It's 1:53.
Education changes everything. It opens doors, shapes futures, and builds the foundation for our children's success. At City Forward Collective, we're working to transform our city's schools and ensure every Milwaukee child receives the high-quality education they deserve. We've taken real steps forward, but our work is far from done. This giving season, we're asking you to join us. Together, we can secure a stronger future for our children and a stronger future for Milwaukee. To support our mission, visit cityforwardcollective.org/donate. That's cityforwardcollective.org/donate.
Hey, Greg Matzek here. If you've been hurt in an accident, make a call to Gruber Law Offices. Let them focus on the legal aspect while you focus on healing. Family-run business. They have been doing it in the state of Wisconsin for 40 years, winning cases like yours and giving back to the community, especially this time of year. So many wonderful community initiatives that Gruber gets behind. You'll see what I'm talking about here with one trip to their website. Find out what Gruber can do for you if you've been hurt in an accident. Make that call. No fee, no cost to call, no cost to consult or retain the firm. Never a fee with Gruber until they win your case. And it's what they've been doing with that large and powerful team right here in the state of Wisconsin. Making a difference with results that speak for themselves. Check out gruber-law.com. Learn more about the firm, in addition to what they do in the community. Make the call if you've been hurt in an accident to 414-276-6666.
Sweet Talks is a woman-owned medical spa in Menominee Falls, fostering self-love and confidence. Our expert registered nurse injectors go beyond injectables, offering lasers, medical weight loss, hormone therapy, and more. Join thousands of satisfied patients at sweettalks.com.
Hey, think you're the ultimate trivia champ?
Well, prove it against us, your favorite WTMJ host.
It's free to play. All we ask is bring a new unwrapped toy to benefit Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Or you can donate at WTMJ.com. Just text TOY to the WTMJ Talk and Text line.
855-616-1620. Grab your friends. Test your smarts. All while helping a great cause. It's the WTMJ Trivia Challenge, coming to a place near you.
Check out the schedule of where we will be at WTMJ.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
A White House holiday tradition is taking place today, and this one involves turkeys. ABC News White House correspondent Karen Travers.
Today is the annual White House turkey pardon. There is debate over when the first presidential turkey pardon took place. Some historians say it may go all the way back to Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln's son Tad befriended a turkey and successfully lobbied his father to save it from ending up as dinner. President Harry Truman is credited with granting the first presidential pardon to a turkey in the modern era back in 1947. But the first known official turkey pardon was in 1989 during the presidency of George H.W. Bush, when he used the word pardon at his annual Thanksgiving turkey event. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Gobble wobble.
It's gobble and wobble, not waddle and wobble.
Okay, can we take you guys behind the scenes for a moment here? So in our three big things that we do when we start the show at 1 o'clock, three big things. Sometimes the third one will be a little bit more fun. So today, I was like, number 3, waddle and gobble. But initially, this story came, sometimes the stories are local, and like as an example, the Geyser story. I'm writing that just from our local stuff. But sometimes we have a story from ABC National. Sometimes we have a story from CBS National. This one in particular was CBS National, and it was talking about the two turkeys that were going to be pardoned by President Trump. And initially, the story said It was Waddle and Wobble. And I just thought, how fun is this going to be to read? Waddle and Wobble. And then we got an alert from our news director making sure that we knew it was Waddle and Gobble.
Oh, very different.
And I was like, wait, okay, I got to check this out. And then I'm looking. I'm like, wait, is it Waddle and Gobble? Is it Waddle and Wobble? And if you see this story, it's full of so many waddles and gobbles and wobbles that I think I fact-checked it for about 5 minutes to make sure that we had it right.
I was thoroughly confused from the start. I thought it was a story about a turkey trot. I really thought all the turkey trots here in southeastern Wisconsin, but no, it's about the pardoned turkeys at the White House. Oh, there they are.
That was the best part, though, because when Waddle went into the briefing room this morning, Waddle actually gobbled, and then that was very delightful to the White House press corps, as you heard there.
Well, I'm even more confused now.
Waddle and Gobble.
1:57 news coming up here in a couple of here on WTMJ.
It's here on consignment from over 10,000 nationwide partners. From very high-end, distinctive furniture, unique antiques and original art, to tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. Premium home decor priced right at 25 to 40% off retail prices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Smart interior designers know that what they'll see here is going to be almost impossible to find anywhere else, especially at our consignment prices. Premium home decor that's gently loved and close to new. And what we carry can raise the wow factor of anyone's home decor. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
You don't need a massive walk-in to have a beautiful, organized closet.
Tired of wasted space? Or that pile of shoes that's always hiding behind your closet door?
Abracadabra!
Inspired Closets is the expert at doubling or even tripling your storage space instantly.
It's like magic, but better, because it's custom designed for you.
We make it easy and affordable and transform your space regardless of its size or scope.
Get started today at InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Inspired Closets.
A wife and husband team.
The place you want to go, Lynch McWanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
Breaking news as it happens. Stay up to date with your trusted and relevant source in news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Coming up on 2 o'clock, I'm Greg Matzek. This is Wisconsin's Midday News. It's Tuesday, November 25th. Your top story. It took 3 years, but the contract is finally approved.
I'm Jessica Tighe, closing school early in Kewaskum.
Chance of a rain snow mix tonight, blustery with a low of 32 degrees, mostly cloudy, windy on Wednesday. Snow showers are likely. High of 38, falling to 32 by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We stay in the low to mid 30s Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 49 degrees and cloudy in Milwaukee at 2 o'clock. From the WTMJ breaking newsroom, the Milwaukee Common Council approves a new 4-year police contract. A $50 million agreement between the City of Milwaukee and Milwaukee Police Association includes a 15% pay increase and back pay. Alderman Mark Chambers voted yes, but was reluctant like several other council members.
I'm just concerned that moving forward, given the future budget constraints that we have.
Alderman Alex Brower.
This is a union that is, to date, openly called for the National Guard to be patrolling our streets. I deeply disagree with that statement.
Milwaukee police officers have been working without a contract for 3 years.
A threat closes schools early in Kewaskum. Kewaskum Middle and High School received a call this morning about a potential threat to school safety. The district decided to close school early while the police investigated. Officers say there is currently no danger to the students, staff, or the community.
Slenderman stabbing perpetrator Morgan Geyser waives her extradition, paving the way for her return to the state of Wisconsin following her disappearance and arrest in Illinois. Waukesha County authorities have 30 days to pick up Geyser from a Cook County facility. Police in Posen, Illinois, found Geyser and 43-year-old Chad Mecca sleeping at a truck stop Sunday night after she disappeared from a group home on Saturday. Next, it's up to the Wisconsin Department of Health Services to consider revoking her conditional release.
Federal law enforcement is investigating Democratic members of Congress who released a video telling active military personnel they can refuse illegal orders. Michigan Democratic Senator Alyssa Slotkin was one of those in that video.
We had a ton of folks in uniform and a lot of veterans come to us and raise real concerns about things that they were asked to do or things that they were concerned they might be asked to do.
All 6 lawmakers featured in that video are veterans or former national security officials.
President Trump's plan to end the war in Ukraine has been fine-tuned, sending U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin and Army Secretary Dan Driscoll to meet with Ukrainian officials. Talks have been ongoing with the U.S. and Ukrainian officials meeting in Geneva. Meanwhile, Russia launching attacks on Kyiv, and Ukraine responded with drone strikes on Russia. Time for news about your money. The WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Great day for the Dow here, up a little over 625 points at 47,073. NASDAQ up about 100 this afternoon at 22,971. And the S&P up about 50 at 6757. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Financial planning at every level. For details, visit annexwealth.com.
Bobby Portis talks about the Bucs slump. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 2:03.
Blain's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday sale starts this Friday at 6 a.m. Now's your chance to save up to 50% or more on Friday-only super deals store-wide while supplies last. Like over 60% off 3-quart Hamilton Beach slow cookers, $14.99. Half off select Velvet Throws, just $4.99. AgriMaster horse treats are half price, $3.50 each. And Blain's brand walnut halves or pieces, just $2.99 a pound. Don't miss your chance to save up to 50% or more during Blain's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday sale starting at 6 a.m.
You should be listening to Wisconsin's Midday News with Greg Matzek and Jessica Tighe each weekday.
The field of candidates for the next governor of the state of Wisconsin could be growing. Greater Milwaukee Committee President Joel Brennan. But we have you in studio for your first public comment since this news broke.
But if you missed us, catch up anytime with our Wisconsin's Midday News podcast.
Governor Tony Evers said you played a critical role in helping the state recover economically.
Powered by Siding Unlimited. It's siding and a whole lot more.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Welcome to Jackpot Land this fall at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all fall to win your share of thousands in prizes each month and earn entries into the big December Jackpot Land prize drawings. Your October, November, and December entries all count. Win thousands in cash or reward play. Welcome to Jackpot Land, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Time for WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Offices. One call that Saul's sports desk. Bucks need a win after losing to the Trailblazers 115-103 at Fiserv Forum. Their 5th straight defeat and 4th straight game without Giannis, who's out with a left adductor strain. Bobby Portis not worried about the slump, waiting for the Bucks to get back on their feet.
Just because things aren't going great now doesn't mean that in the near future we won't go on a 5-game win streak, 6-game win streak. So just keep your same routine, keep your same rhythm, be happy, have fun. That's the biggest thing. Have fun when you play the game. Basketball is supposed to be fun.
Bucks head to Miami to face the Heat tomorrow night. Giannis expected to travel, but it's unclear if he will suit up. A key NFC North Division matchup for the Packers just 2 days away. Thanksgiving in Detroit at Ford Field. Green Bay a 2.5-point underdog. A noon kickoff from Detroit. Packers running back Josh Jacobs says he will play on Thursday, but on the team's injury report, Jacobs is listed as questionable with a knee contusion.
Checking out the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic. I do have some good news for you, though it might not feel like it just yet, but this disabled vehicle that we had on 94 headed from downtown out into the burbs. That has now cleared. So good news there. I am seeing delays, though. Traffic's still heavy because of it. But hopefully, now that it's cleared, that's going to get a little bit better within the next couple of minutes here. I will say, too, we also have this guy. Let's see if it's still out there. Out in the Johnson Creek area in Jefferson County, I-94 East, very close to Wisconsin 26. They say the right shoulder is blocked due to a car that's broken down. But I want to tell you, this car isn't even on the shoulder. It's in the grass. So I don't know what happened here. It looks like this car went off to the side of the road. It's not really impacting travel, so to speak, in the lanes, but it's possible it's impacting drivers in just the way that people are looking, going, oh gosh, what happened there? So I-94 East, very close to Wisconsin 26. Right shoulder, off the right shoulder, into the grass is a car.
Chance of a rain, snow mix, blustery conditions tonight and a low of 32. Wind gusts could be about the same as the temperature here. Wednesday, mostly cloudy and windy. Snow showers are likely, a high of 38. We'll fall to about 32 degrees by 4 o'clock, and we'll stay down in the low 30s Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Clouds on Thursday, high of 31. Sun returns on Friday, a high of just 30. And snow is likely on Saturday with a high of 33. 49 degrees and cloudy in Milwaukee, approaching 208.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios in downtown Milwaukee, it's Wisconsin's Midday News, making stories come to life. Now, here are your hosts, Greg Matzek and Jessica Tighe.
Wednesday travels could be a little compromised by the weather, especially if you're heading north and northwest into the portion of our state. Could be more of a rainish kind of event here in southeastern Wisconsin, Wednesday into Thursday. But Wednesday looks to be a big travel day, no doubt about that, but also maybe the worst of the days here the rest of the week.
Yeah, a little tricky thanks to Mother Nature and Alston, the storm.
Yes, please be safe if you're out on the roads here traveling for the holidays. It's 2:08 on WTMJ.
Here's your top 2 at 2 on Wisconsin's Midday News.
Number 1, she ran because of me. That's what the man who was arrested with Slenderman attacker Morgan Geyser is saying. Chad Mecca, also known as Charlie, called the ABC TV station in Madison last night to explain his relationship with Geyser and what happened over the weekend. Mecca explained he met Geyser at church and she opened up to him about her past. A past that includes repeatedly stabbing a classmate in the woods in Waukesha and almost killing that young lady in 2014.
I was like, I don't hate you. I said, clearly you're not that person anymore. And you're trying really hard to move away from it. That much is very obvious.
When Mecca called WKOW, he said he saw Geyser at the group home in Madison nearly every day for the last month. He said she wanted to leave because they were going to take away Mecca's visiting rights.
He ran because of me. She already made it clear if I didn't go with her or not, she was still going. And she was not going back to jail, and I know what that means. And I was scared and I was nervous. And I still chose to. For my friend, who I knew wasn't going to make it on her own.
Mecca is from Janesville. He was charged with criminal trespass and obstructing identification. Police released him. Geyser, she was in court right before our show started. Here today on Wisconsin's Midday News, she waived extradition. That basically means it's going to be quicker for her to get back here to Wisconsin. She's currently being held in the Cook County Jail.
Well, more arrests overseas from last month's robbery of jewels from the Louvre.
I'm Vicki Barker at the Foreign Desk in London. Prosecutors in Paris say 2 men and 2 women have been arrested in connection with the $100 million jewel heist at the Louvre Museum, bringing to 8 the number of suspects in custody. It's not yet clear what part these new suspects are believed to have played in the theft. There's still no sign of the stolen jewels, including a diamond and emerald necklace given by Napoleon to Empress Marie Louise. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
So that brings the total now to 8 in custody. They had a couple of folks right away, and it's taken several weeks to find some others, but the jewels still missing in action. So a number of theories behind this, but officials largely believe the jewels have been broken up into smaller, untraceable stones. In other words, you're never going to find it. It's already been created into something different, broken apart and recirculated and sold, and and these are likely gone. So broken up and now unidentifiable. The whole heist was 7 minutes. Happened in broad daylight at the Louvre, one of the most popular tourist locations in all of Europe, for goodness sake, not just France. Physical access using a cherry picker through an unsecured window. That's how you break into the Louvre to steal jewels. Well, yes, the revelation has caused significant embarrassment and scrutiny for the museum, highlighting years of underinvestment in security and outdated software. They were still using Windows 2000, for goodness sake. So they're going to have to track this and get it all figured out. But I was reading up on this earlier today. They estimate it could be until 2032 until they have all the systems changed and current. And at that point, really, what's current in 2025 will likely be obsolete. So they got to get ahead of the curve here with security.
So here we are now. They have 8 people in custody. That just got me thinking, like when you see the Ocean's 11 movies. I mean, there was a
From
whole
the start,
group.
it
How
was that.
many people were involved? I just looked it up. There were a total of 11 guys in Danny Ocean's crew for the 2001 movie Ocean's 11. 11 guys. So who knows? If they're kind of mimicking after this, there might be more people to be arrested.
Amazing to find out that Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Elliot Gould, and Julia Roberts were all in on this one. Wouldn't that be something? It's 2:12 on WTMJ.
This holiday season, trade the hustle and bustle for a lakeside retreat just a short drive from the city at Lake Lawn Resort. With an award-winning spa, special events all month long, like our Taylor Swift experience, our annual Thanksgiving feast, and of course, the kickoff to our Breakfast with Santa brunch. Be sure to make time with family, friends, or that special someone. Lake Lawn Resort has everything you need to create cherished memories and relive stories of old. Book your holiday escape today at Lake Lawn Resort, where the spirit of the season comes to life and everything truly is better at the lake.
Hey, Greg Matzek here for Flanner's Home Entertainment. Spent some time there last week, Friday, as a matter of fact, picking out some new stuff for our basement, and they helped me through the process. Flanner's will do the same for you. They've got all the great brands, and yeah, the 100-inch TVs. They've got smaller stuff, depending the room you need it in. Whole house wireless music solutions right there at Flanner's. You can even trade in your old equipment and leverage it toward some of the new stuff. The solutions and installation experts are at Flanner's. Locally owned, they have done it right here for 4 decades. One of my favorite places to shop. Had a great time and a great experience picking out stuff for our basement. Back in 2005, I bought my first big screen from Flanner's. I still have it, as a matter of fact. Was sold a 50-inch DLP TV. Old technology, but that TV still cranks. Might be the best TV in my house. Purchased at Flanner's, at that time in Brookfield. Well, now they've got a showroom in West Dallas, in Grafton, and of course, anytime online at Flanners.com. On the website right now, amazing deals. Black Friday is in effect here. In fact, they call it Black November at Flanners. You'll save hundreds on the TV or sound system of your choice. Sound advice at the best price. Connect with Flanners Home Entertainment and just press play.
John Mercure here for Men's Studios. At Men's Studios, it's long-term wellness is the goal. You're going to feel great when you've been at that massage, when you get one of their 11 customizable treatments. You're also going to feel it long-term. You're going to be able to play with your grandkids, golf, do the things you want to do pain-free. That's the goal at Men. Not just get you out of the crisis state, but get you into a state where you feel good all the time. They've got 2 locations. They customize everything. Check out the website, menstudio.com. I've been in the studios. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're nurturing. They're going to take care of you. Men's Studio.
Mission 94 is offering Black Friday deals for everyone. This Black Friday only, get 15% off all Savior accessories. Buy 4 cleanings, get 1 free. Enjoy 4 visits to the Mission 94 firearms range, and your 5th one is free. Give the gift of learning with 25% off a one-on-one training certificate. Plus, take 20% off all in-stock women's CCW purses and handbags. This Black Friday weekend only at Mission 94 Firearms Education Center in Kenosha. Learn more today. Just Google Mission 94.
Mild temperatures today. Rain and snow is coming and likely to impact stuff overnight here. 38 degrees here overnight low. Kind of a wintry mix expected on Wednesday. As you move north here in the state of Wisconsin, those snow totals start to ramp up. In fact, there's a winter storm warning in portions of Minneapolis, it looks like, and portions of Minnesota. So the northwestern portion of our state going to get hit with some legit snowfall here. Further north, it could get about a foot up near the Lake Superior snow belt. So careful if you're on the road here traveling throughout the course of the next 24 to 36 hours or so. Once we get clear of Thanksgiving, we get to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with temperatures in the low to mid 30s. Should see a mix of sun and clouds. Sunday, it looks like you could get another chance of snow. It's 48 degrees and cloudy in Milwaukee at 216.
I saw an article in the Washington Post the other day asking, how much do you know about perimenopause? Not menopause, perimenopause. The post then had a quiz you could take to find out. Some of you right now I know are thinking, I don't know anything. Well, I am here to tell you the women you know in their 40s might have a new friend named Perry. They didn't learn about this friend in school. They didn't know Perry would enter their lives. But indeed, Perry has arrived and was never invited. Today, we wanted to tackle a health topic that impacts so many women and isn't talked about nearly enough, perimenopause. Dr. Allison Lippman, owner of Midlife Midwife MKE, joins us live in the studio to discuss. Thanks so much for being here. So let's start with the basics. What is perimenopause?
Yeah, peri means around, and it is the time leading up to menopause. It can be up to 10 years. Starting with menopause, it is sort of a retrospective diagnosis because it is a year after the last menstrual period. But what that actually means is that the ovaries have stopped working. They're done they're done working, and when the body is done producing estrogen, instead of sort of a slow decrease, like you might find with male testosterone, there's these radical fluctuations in estrogen on its way down. And will your body keep working? It will, but will it be less efficient and more uncomfortable? Very possibly.
Could the symptoms be confused with anything else? So a woman may not know they're kind of moving down this path that they might think it's something different?
That's a great question because it can, and the time of life can be really challenging. It's a busy time. It's a time of maybe career or changes in kids growing up, getting older, or moving out, or sometimes it's even confused with if somebody's had a child later in life, or in their late 30s or early 40s. Sometimes their postpartum time can move in towards the perimenopause time, and it's hard to decipher what's going on. And there are some behavior kind of lifestyle things that can be happening at the same time. For example, one symptom of perimenopause is challenges with sleep. Are those challenges with sleep because of these hormone fluctuations, or are they because of stressors or not exercising enough, things like that?
So you mentioned one of the symptoms, challenges with sleep, but there are many. What are some of those other symptoms, and how early can they start?
They can start we say about up to 10 years before menopause. So for some people, that's even mid to late 30s. And other symptoms vary widely from person to person. The sleep challenges, mood changes, hot flashes, or night sweats. Another symptom that is very common but could be confused with related to maybe medications they're taking, things like that. Sometimes even body aches and pains. Frozen shoulder is one that is hormone related, not always. Estrogen isn't responsible for physical injuries, but can cause pain.
Are there some weird symptoms too? I've heard some women talk about like phantom smells or a ringing in the ear, and then more common brain fog or irritability.
Yes. Some of the strange ones, there's some people report having a burning sensation inside their mouths, hearing ringing in their ears, or having very itchy ears. And then, yes, brain fog, trouble finding words, and definitely irritability, short fuses, and sometimes anxiety or depression.
So you mentioned you could confuse it with something else, potentially. Mm-hmm. Are there things you can do in terms of lifestyle to help ease the transition in any way?
Absolutely. So healthy dietary choices can be really helpful, making sure that you eat lots of vegetables and eat vegetables every day, eating protein as well, staying hydrated. Exercise is really important because exercise contributes to a lot of perimenopause-related symptoms, mood changes, trouble sleeping, and weight changes. So that's a big one.
We're talking with Dr. Allison Lippman, owner of Midlife Midwife MKE, about perimenopause. What treatments are considered safe and effective?
Well, in my practice, I take a holistic approach. So we talk through all the things that someone is experiencing, and we try to tease out what might be hormonal versus what might be more than hormonal or attributed to something else. So we talk about diet and exercise, some supplements, And we also, and sort of sleep hygiene, self-care, self-kindness, mindfulness, things like that. And we do talk about hormone replacement therapy.
Is that getting more and more common, right? I mean, there are places that do that for men, right? You know, low testosterone, you want to feel like yourself again, and there's opportunities for that because testosterone levels in men tend to decrease over time. Is that a little more taboo for women, or is it becoming much more common?
Well, it's becoming a little bit more common because I would say the taboo part came after a research study in the early 2000s that called into question the safety of hormone therapy. Studies before that and studies after that showed safety. And so since then, experts have looked at what was wrong with that study and why, and really examined more closely the safety profile of hormone therapy. In menopause, we can use hormone replacement therapy to increase hormone levels, sort of like you said with men with decreasing testosterone, but to bring those levels back into the body for women. In perimenopause, sometimes hormone therapy can be used to stabilize because I mentioned those wild fluctuations that happen. And so kind of bringing up the bottom can be really helpful.
I mentioned that article I saw in the Washington Post. I saw another one in a different outlet that said perimenopause is the new buzzword in the business of women's health. It basically said that the menopause market has proved so successful that companies are increasingly pushing products aimed at younger women too. Would you agree with that?
Well, there's always a part of it that's like that, right? We live in a capitalist society, and so there is some of that. But at the same time, I talk to women every day who are suffering and do feel better because of treatments that we talk about. And so we do work together to sort of tease out if something is hormonal and hormones can help, and what else can we do to help people feel better. It can be a challenging time of life, and even more challenging if you're just not feeling your best.
Yeah, we have a lot of men who are listening as well. What do partners need to know about perimenopause? What should they understand about what their partner might be going through?
Well, it's a bit like a reverse puberty, where in puberty teens are there's an increase in hormones, and we're pretty tolerant of mood changes or mood swings, cravings, things like that teens exhibit. And I feel like women are just supposed to go through and look pretty the whole time and not show that anything else is going on. So being a supportive partner and maybe understanding, I think getting educated too. There's more and more materials out there. We see a lot on social media. And while it's not all accurate and factual, having a little bit of information about what's going on during that time can be really helpful.
Does this help or does it combat any other long-term health risks or work in conjunction? I'm thinking along the lines of osteoporosis or heart disease or any one of a number of things that could affect women as they age.
Well, we know that the decrease of estrogen comes with an increase in cardiovascular disease, bone loss, changes in the brain. And is estrogen the cure-all for everything? It is not right for everybody. And so it's, important to find a provider that can help weigh the risks and benefits with that. At the same time, there is good research that supports preventative benefits related to bone health, and even a recent study that came out about preventative benefits regarding other conditions and even cancers.
Real quickly, before we let you go, actress Halle Berry is supporting a bipartisan bill in Wisconsin to increase education on menopause and perimenopause. What were your thoughts when you first heard that? Number one, that this is working through the system right now, and two, somebody like Halle Berry is jumping on board with this.
Well, I think it's unfortunate that it takes somebody famous to make a difference. And at the same time, I'm grateful for that impact. I can tell you that when I was in school, or if you talk to many other healthcare providers, we had, maybe a 2-hour lecture that was sort of forgotten in the midst of a women's health course. And I went back to school for additional study. And I think bringing a bit more information or a lot more information to everybody would be really helpful.
Yeah, it's important to talk about. So we appreciate you coming to the studio today. That is Dr. Allison Littman, owner of Midlife Midwife MKE. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
It's 2:26 coming up next. Your top local news stories and national headlines as well.
Matt LePay for Steinhoffels. Steinhoffels is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Since 1934, Steinhoffels has been Wisconsin's furniture and mattress destination for quality, selection, and service. For over 90 years, Steinhoffels has helped Wisconsinites create the homes of their dreams and is 100% employee-owned. Steinhoffels has the largest selection of all the latest styles and all the best mattress brands. You'll find something for every style and every budget. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
Hey, fellas, if you're feeling tired, unfocused, maybe just not quite like yourself, could be that you have low testosterone. Game Day Men's Health can help you with that. No problem. Check your testosterone levels in just 20 minutes at Game Day Men's Health. You might be feeling a little bit sluggish due to weight gain. Could be a number of factors going into this. The expert medical professionals at Game Day Men's Health can properly diagnose you, get you on a treatment plan so you can feel like yourself. Complimentary consultations provided by the experienced medical professionals at Game Day Men's Health. Stop in, make an appointment at one of their many clinics, start the process online, see what their full breadth of services include. And I know they include EPAD therapy, which helps treat old injuries. If you've ever had tennis elbow or plantar fasciitis, any one of a number of things, EPAD therapy can help break down that scar tissue and get you back to moving like you want to move. It's Game Day Men's Health, designed for men on the go. Check them out. They've got clinics located conveniently in Shorewood, Germantown, Brookfield, and Delafield. Begin the process online at GameDayMen'sHealth.com.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. So why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They're draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Oh, wait. You're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PROFIT for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code PROFIT. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PROFIT for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PROFIT.
Education changes everything. It opens doors, shapes futures, and builds the foundation for our children's success. At City Ford Collective, we're working to transform our city's schools and ensure every Milwaukee child receives the high-quality education they deserve. We've taken real steps forward, but our work is far from done. This giving season, we're asking you to join us. Together, we can secure a stronger future for our children and a stronger future for Milwaukee. To support our mission, visit cityforwardcollective.org/donate. That's cityforwardcollective.org/donate.
What makes working at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Diane.
I just love what I do because I get to bring joy and happiness to the residents. I develop and plan all the programs, activities, and outings. We go downtown to Milwaukee for different theater productions, museum tours. Our activities can span from Lake Geneva up to as far as Green Bay, and then we love going to the Dells. We also have a lot of speakers coming all the time, and then we always have parties.
Find a rewarding career at threepillars.org.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
Do the holiday parties, tailgating, and family get-togethers have your liver working overtime? Let Active Liver help give your liver some relief at Amazon or Vitacost.com, CVS, Meijer Grocery, or ShopRite.
It's 2:30. I'm Greg Matzek. This is Wisconsin's Midday News. Your top story, budget vetoes overridden.
I'm Jessica Tighe, officially designated as historic.
Chance of a rain-snow mix tonight, low of 32. It's currently 49 and cloudy.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The Virginia State Police are searching for a missing high school football coach. Police say Travis Turner of Appalachia is wanted on 5 counts of child pornography possession and 5 counts of using a computer to solicit a minor. ABC's Mola Lenke has more.
In response to requests for a comment on Turner, Wise County Public Schools in Virginia telling us today, quote, the individual remains on leave and is not permitted on school property or to have contact with students. Of course, they say they will continue to cooperate with the investigation moving forward. Police still actively searching for Turner. Authorities also saying that more charges are potentially pending.
President Trump says he's sending a special envoy to meet with Russia's president after Ukraine agreed to a tentative peace plan carved out in talks this week. Earlier, the president issuing pardons for 2 turkeys, gobble and waddle, at a White House Thanksgiving tradition. And today is the busiest air travel day of the holiday period. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 2:31. The Milwaukee Common Council votes to override all of Mayor Cavalier Johnson's budget vetoes. Some of the amendments that will remain in next year's budget include extra funding to the fire department, a 1% residency incentive increase for city employees, and expanded Sunday library hours. Mayor Johnson with reaction to the council's decision on WTMJ's Point Taken.
As example by some of the budget vetoes that I put out there, can we find a way to compromise so that we are looking out for the amount of money that people have to pay in taxes, with affordability being something that's key for people, not just here in Milwaukee or Wisconsin, but across the country? Can we find some sort of way? And there's not even any discussion about it.
The council's veto override will add about $9 million in spending to the 2026 budget.
2 downtown Milwaukee buildings could now become harder to demolish.
A Common Council vote Tuesday grants permanent historic designation to both the UWM Panther Arena and Miller High Life Theater. The vote comes more than 6 months after the Wisconsin Center District, which owns the buildings, commissioned a best use study related to the future of the land, the results of which are due back in January. The measure next goes before Mayor Cavalier Johnson, who could veto the resolution, requiring a 2/3 Common Council vote to override. The mayor hasn't indicated what he plans to do. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Greenfield Police Chief Jay Johnson is ordered to stand trial for misconduct in office.
Johnson allegedly had a city-owned pole camera installed outside of his personal residence in Wind Lake for reasons related to his divorce. Prosecutors have added a new charge for attempting to delete evidence off of his department-issued phone. Special Agent Scott Marlock was called to testify.
He was advised by Chief Johnson and the mayor that Chief Johnson wanted to hang the pole camera because he was going through a divorce. His wife was dating a felon, and he feared for his safety and for the safety of his property.
Johnson pled not guilty to all charges. He's back in court in January. Elizabeth Linton in WTMJ News.
A man from Chicago will spend nearly 60 years in prison for attempted murder. 48-year-old Latay Smith got into a fight with a woman in Fond du Lac in January 2023. While they were in a car, he attempted to slit her throat and her wrist with a box cutter. She fought back and escaped, then went to the police department.
Decision Wisconsin. The Democratic field to replace Governor Tony Evers drops from 8 to 7. American Family Field beer vendor Ryan Sternad dropping out of the race. He says he'll endorse Milwaukee County Executive David Crawley instead. Sternad previously ran unsuccessfully for the state assembly as a Republican in 2020.
The Bucks keep dropping games. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 2:34.
Blain's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday sale starts this Friday at 6 a.m. Now's your chance to save up to 50% or more on Friday-only super deals store-wide while supplies last. Like 60% off 26-piece Rubbermaid food storage sets, just $9.99. Select men's Nunbush slip-on shoes, half price. And 40-pound bags of Blain's brand black oil sunflower seed, just $18.99. Don't miss your chance to save up to 50% or more during Blain's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday sale starting at 6 a.m.
Turn that office gathering into something bold, fun, and completely unexpected. A unique, unforgettable celebration at Mission 94 Firearms Education Center in Kenosha, where safety and education always come first. Whether it's a corporate event, team outing, or family get-together, Mission 94 delivers. Private range access for your group, expert instructions from trained professionals, and customizable catering. Make this season one to remember with the gift of education at Mission 94. Book your holiday event today. Just Google Mission 94.
Chiropractic care for anxiety? Vince Vitrano here for Connect Chiropractic. I started seeing Dr. Alex Young and his team years ago because my back hurt, but there are many other benefits to chiropractic care. My fellow patient Aubrey shared with me that she struggled with severe anxiety all her life, and working with Connect Chiropractic has brought her relief. No twisting, no cracking, no popping. The docs use a special tool to restore proper nervous system function. In Delafield, Wauwatosa, and now Oak Creek, go ConnectChiro.com.
Looking for a fun and meaningful way to kick off the holiday season?
Join us for the 20th anniversary of Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive, Saturday, December 13th at the Kasmeric Center in Grafton. This free, family-friendly event is a celebration of giving. Bring a new, unwrapped toy and help brighten the holidays for children and families in need across Wisconsin. To learn more or get involved, visit kidstokidstoydrive.com and join us on December 13th in Grafton.
It's here. Black Friday deals are live at Fox World Travel, and your next adventure is waiting. Set sail with Viking or Holland America. Fly away with Delta Vacations. Explore Europe with Insight or Globus. Or unwind in luxury with Classic Vacations. From sun-soaked beaches to breathtaking rivers and historic cities, there's a trip for every dreamer. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com. These exclusive partner deals won't last long.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Packers running back Josh Jacobs listed as questionable on the team's injury report for Thursday's game against the Lions. Jacobs expressing confidence he will be able to give it a go.
Thursday, I'm definitely playing. If it's just because I feel it a little bit, then I'm going to go. I mean, I can push through that. Mentally, I'm tough enough to push through that.
Thursday's game, a noon kick from Ford Field. The Bucs have dropped 5 straight games and 6 of its last 7. Giannis expected to travel with the team to Miami for a Wednesday night contest, but doesn't look like he will play. Giannis has missed the last 4 games with a groin strain.
Checking out the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic, and we have a new incident. I-94 East at the ramp from 84th Street. The left shoulder is blocked. They're calling it an incident. Doesn't look like a crash. Doesn't really look like a disabled vehicle yet either, so maybe it's possible that somebody got pulled over. It's a possibility here. I do see, though, that it's causing a backup, and you've got that backup on 94 now just because of the time of the day, in our construction zone now, and also it is a very, very busy travel day, so heads up right now. I-94 East at the ramp from 84th Street, significant delays. Left shoulder is blocked.
Traffic is sponsored by the Amazing Mine Shaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford.
Enjoy the new all-you-can-eat Saturday breakfast buffet from 8 a.m. till noon for under $10 at the Mine Shaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford. Just walk on in. It's big food. It's big fun. It's the Mine Shaft.
Well, I just got this in my email, a new event here, a winter weather advisory beginning at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, going until 6 o'clock tomorrow evening for Ozaukee County, Sheboygan County, Fond du Lac County, and Dodge County. Winter weather advisory goes into effect tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock and goes until 6 in the evening for Ozaukee, Sheboygan, Fond du Lac, and Dodge counties. A wintry mix expected. Not so much tonight, though you could see a little bit of rain this evening. It is in the forecast, but it's more of an event on Wednesday. Mostly cloudy and windy on Wednesday. Snow showers are likely with a high of 38 degrees. Temperatures expected to fall in the mid to late afternoon, down into the low 30s. Thursday's high 31 degrees, mostly cloudy. Friday, mostly sunny and chilly, a high of 30. And Saturday, snow is likely again with a high of 33 degrees. It's 49 and cloudy in Milwaukee at 2:39.
It's Tech Tuesday with ABC News technology reporter Mike Dubusky.
We're not sure if he will be a judge in the upcoming AI beauty pageant, but he is our guest every Tuesday on Tech Tuesday.
The latest and greatest in the world of tech.
Tesla's next product, they call it a robo-taxi. These are AR glasses. They're called simply the Frame.
On Wisconsin's Midday News.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto, domo.
It's a Tech Tuesday edition of Wisconsin's Midday News. Always good to be joined by ABC Tech expert. It's Mike Dubusky. Hey, Mike.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Hey, let's talk about artificial intelligence. I know it's new. Mere days after signing an executive order to boost scientific discovery using AI, looks like the Trump administration is mulling yet another executive order that would address AI, potentially overriding state-level regulations. What are we looking at here?
Yeah, exactly that. The Trump administration is reportedly considering this new executive order that would basically put a halt to AI legislation at the state level. This would work by, targeting state-level AI laws, but also laws that have already or are in some process of being passed, right? Laws that have not been passed yet, but are sort of in the early stages of being passed. And the Trump administration would either withhold federal funding from those states or take those states to court over this legislation in an effort to halt that legislation from going forward. The goal here is interesting. The Trump administration says that it's very difficult for these tech companies, OpenAI and Google and Anthropic and others, to navigate a patchwork of AI legislation at the state level. And they think it's better to have some sort of overreaching federal legislation that all of these companies can abide by that, isn't as sort of in the weeds or as potentially contradictory as the various state level laws that have cropped up in recent years to govern the use of artificial intelligence. Of course, this comes against the backdrop of what they see as an increasing AI arms race, particularly against China. And again, they say having to negotiate that patchwork of state-level AI legislation impedes progress for these AI companies. And this, of course, is in line with the AI action plan that the Trump administration outlined earlier this year. It's also something that Silicon Valley leaders like Sam Altman have been advocating for. We have seen a number of state-level laws pass in the last several years, namely from California, Colorado, Utah, and Texas, all passing sweeping legislation aimed at limiting the collection of personal data, forcing AI companies to be more transparent. There's regulations against generating deep fakes of political figures and creating non-consensual pornography using artificial intelligence. Under this as yet unsigned order, those laws would go away in favor of more sweeping federal legislation governing the use of this, again, to promote the development of this technology amid a global race for AI supremacy.
And what about regular people like Jack and Diane? Does this make AI development just move faster? Does it make AI development move faster at the expense of privacy or safety?
Well, there's a lot of pushback to this law that potentially gives voice to those sort of individual concerns. Detractors here are arguing that this all amounts to a big favor for the AI companies who've basically not really had to deal with any oversight up until now. And those detractors, guys, come from both sides of the aisle. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis calls this move federal government overreach that would stop states' ability to protect against what he calls predatory applications that target children. Democratic Senator Ed Markey says the move amounts to President Trump siding with his billionaire buddies in Silicon Valley. There's also been several high-profile letters to Congress raising alarm about this executive order, which is one example. The Leadership Conference Center for Civil Rights and Technology says this gives corporations a free pass rather than protecting the people it's meant to serve. Now, guys, it's important to remember this legislation has not been signed yet. This order has not been signed by the president yet. And anything could change between now and when that eventual order does get signed. But it does seem like there's this larger effort among Trump allies to get something to this effect passed. This actually provision was in the National Defense Authorization Act earlier this year and was on its way to passing before it was eventually stripped out of that bill by Congress. Now it appears that the Trump administration is taking another run at it through executive order. But again, important to say, a lot can change between now and whenever something gets signed.
So, Mike, in your view, is this part of a broader push to ensure the United States is a global leader in AI to win this race?
That is what the Trump administration says. They see AI as this crucial technology. They've largely been positioning themselves as a pro-AI administration. Earlier this week, we, of course, saw that legislation or that order aimed at promoting AI's use within scientific research. We've seen a number of pro-AI policies come from the Trump administration since President Trump took office back in January. So this is part of a larger story, certainly. I think a lot of the sort of talk around whether AI actually is the technology that is going to be transformative, that is going to be the moonshot, remains to be seen. There's this old adage in the tech industry, guys, that you can't evaluate a piece of technology based on the promise of future software updates. In other words, you have to evaluate what's in front of you now. And the AI technology that's in front of us now is pretty flawed. Google recently released Gemini 3, their latest large language model, largely, performs pretty well on benchmark tests, but in everyday use still hallucinates, still makes mistakes, still really can't be trusted for serious work. So that is the state of the race as it stands right now. It's largely the same thing we've been saying for several years now as it applies to artificial intelligence. And, of course, it also comes amid the talk of an AI bubble and whether this AI industry is overinflated in terms of its value.
Mike, I also wanted to ask you about this change by X, also known as Twitter to a lot of people. X quietly changed how it displays account locations. What exactly did they do? Because when I first heard this, I was checking things out. I went to mine. I was like, okay, I didn't really notice anything. I went to Greg's, didn't really notice anything. Then I thought, okay, that's what it is. And now I just went to yours as well. Can you explain what the change is?
Yes. Well, the first thing I'd like to say is that I am who I say I am and that I do post from the United States. But this is a new feature that rolled out to X over the weekend. According to that company, it's designed to provide more transparency into people's accounts so people know who they're interacting with online. Basically a way to give a little bit more clarity into someone's account that you may or may not want to follow. They're doing this in a couple different ways. As you outlined, you can see when someone signed up for the platform, when they joined the app. You can also now see how many times they changed their username, but the big one is where the account is based. So, for example, if I go to an account on X and I click on that section that tells you when that account was first activated, it will now take you to a new page that tells you where that account is posting from. The big thing that's been happening since this feature change, guys, is that some people have been discovering the accounts they've been following, specifically the ones that cover American politics, actually originate from places they didn't expect, outside of the United States. Just a couple examples here. There was one account with 200,000 followers last week called American Voice, posting about American politics. After this update rolled out, followers found that it was being run from somewhere in South Asia. There's now another account that posted about President Trump's daughter, just sort of news items about Ivanka Trump. That, according to this feature, is based in Nigeria. There's also an account called Abujamra Gaza that, according to its profile, is a Gaza-based journalist that covers the war in Gaza. Though, according to this feature, that account is actually based in Poland. So this really underscores, guys, just how controversial and confusing the information environment is on X, specifically since Elon Musk took over that platform back in 2022. A lot of the accounts that you follow might not come from the places that you expect. And, of course, the bigger picture is that these accounts can monetize viral posts, right? Usually if you have a post that goes viral, a lot of people like it, a lot of people share it, you can make a couple of bucks off of that if you, kind of twist the right levers at X. And it's usually just a couple of bucks for you or I, but in developing nations specifically, that can amount to quite a hefty chunk of change. So there's an incentive structure at this platform to create viral posts and to go viral on that platform. Guys, what goes viral almost all the time on X? Political content, specifically divisive political content. And I think that's why you're seeing this sort of increase in this type of post and the reaction to it from users.
All right, Mike, who was the first person or individual or entity that you followed on the former Twitter?
Oh, man, that's a good question, actually. You're asking me to remember 9 years ago, and I'm struggling to remember breakfast at this point. But the thing was, I would like to say it's ABC News, but I don't think it was because I didn't work for them at the time.
Well, okay.
Let's say it was my college radio station. I feel like that's probably a safe bet. I feel like I followed my college radio station.
How about this, then? Because neither Greg or I have changed our name, but I noticed with this change that you have changed your name once. Do you remember what the first name was?
What am I now? Am I Mike or Michael? Because I think that was probably what I did.
Oh, my computer. You are now Michael.
I am Michael. So I likely went from Mike to Michael in a desperate, misguided attempt to appear more professional.
Yeah, very much, yeah.
Love it.
Soleil Moonfry, the former Punky Brewster, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Buffalo Bills were the first three accounts that I followed.
Oh, my gosh. Charles Grassley for me.
Very interesting.
The lawmaker.
Yeah.
That would be a good feature to roll out, is who you followed first.
Yes, I
I'd like to see that.
Yesterday. Good stuff, as always, from Mike Dubusky. Happy Thanksgiving, Mike. Thanks, you.
Mike.
You too, guys. Take care. Bye.
Why wait for Black Friday when you can save every day? Hassleless Mattress is bringing back Black Friday Plus, now through December 2nd on all Beautyrest World Class, and Beautyrest Black mattresses. Get a Queen Beautyrest Elm Cove A mattress. Others sell it for $1,650, but our Black Friday Plus price is just $794, plus free adjustable base, plus free memory foam pillows, plus free next day delivery, and a great night's sleep. Find an employee-free showroom near you at hassleless.com.
A blizzard of $300,000 in prizes is rolling into Potawatomi Casino Hotel in Milwaukee. It's called Arctic Action. Let me tell you about it. If you want in, and why wouldn't you here, earn entries with your rewards card in the month of December. 1st through the 18th. Then show up every Thursday night for a drawing. Be ready for a chance to pick from a weekly prize board. And as a bonus, there's a jackpot drawing for the leftover prizes. It's only at Potawatomi. It's Arctic Action wrapping up 2025. Check it out. More info is available online. Must be 21 years or older and a rewards member to play. Keep in mind, Mondays throughout the football season, we've got Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Monday on 94.5 ESPN. Myself, Gary Ellerson, always a great time at Potawatomi. We were there last night, as a matter of fact. Great crowd for Monday Night Football. Had some basketball on, college and pros. The games are always on at Potawatomi Sportsbook on that 2,000-square-foot video wall. Amazing place. Check it out. All that's new at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee.
Since 1964, we've changed your tires and so much more. Richland's Tire and Service, such a refreshing change. Richland's.
You work hard, you probably play hard, and you deserve to feel like your best you. That's where Mend Massage comes in. I'm a customer of Mend Massage, and they just absolutely get it. You can find them at mendstudio.com. Multiple locations, 11 types of massage therapy. They go above and beyond, taking care of employees. They customize everything. It's Mend Massage. When I'm there, I'm comfortable, and I know it's long-term wellness. That's their goal. Each session is 60 minutes. They book you for 60, you get 60. I trust them. mendstudio.com.
When I shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, every time I come in, it's like a whole new store. It's because new inventory is arriving daily, all kinds of everything. And let me tell you, thrift store prices make buying easy. And helping others at the same time, that's icing on the cake. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Time to get your furnace ready to work this winter. Vince Vitrano here with my HVAC guy, Ryan Sopa at Urban Heating and Cooling. Ryan, you're doing furnace tune-ups now.
Correct. We're starting to do furnace maintenance, making sure your furnace is ready for the upcoming cold weather.
You do all that for less than $100. You can save big, though, if you spend that money up front, right? Make sure this thing is good.
Correct. I mean, if we come in there and do a maintenance on your furnace, so it can help prevent major breakdowns for the next season.
Thanks, Ryan. Contact them now at urbanheatingandcooling.com. urbanheatingandcooling.com.
A winter weather advisory goes into effect at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning and runs until 6 o'clock tomorrow night for most of the northern counties in our listening area, looking at Dodge and Fond du Lac and Sheboygan and Ozaukee counties. So that begins tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock and goes through 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. Cloudy and windy on Wednesday. Snow showers are likely. High of 38. Temperatures falling to the low 30s by 4 o'clock, and then we kind of stay there. Thursday's high 31 degrees, mostly cloudy, windy, and cold. Friday's high 30. Saturday, snow likely again with a high of 33. It's 48. Mild temperatures. Cloudy skies in Milwaukee at 2:53. Wrapping up a Tuesday edition of Wisconsin's Midday News here on WTMJ. Julia and Telly in next with Wisconsin's Afternoon News. I am off tomorrow, so happy Thanksgiving to you, Jessica, to you, Gina.
To you as well.
To everybody listening
Gobble,
out
gobble.
there. Hope you enjoy it. You spend some quality time with the people you care about.
I just say gobble gobble to you, but no, it should be gobble wobble.
Gobble
Or
wobble?
is it waddle gobble?
I'm still confused by
The two
this.
turkeys that were pardoned by the White House
Yes,
today.
very confusing to me. It's always such a weird scene at the White House, regardless of the president in office.
And one of them was missing, too. Where did that turkey go? One of the turkeys was MIA.
Oh, they haven't found it yet?
They were just like, they just said, we'll just pretend. The president actually said, we'll just pretend it's
Well,
here.
I get why a turkey would want to get out of Dodge, right? But these are pardoned turkeys.
Right.
They're not cooked turkeys.
They don't understand it
but
all, though.
turkeys aren't very smart. I don't know if they understand what's really happening. So be it. We got to travel a little bit north. So we are one of the 985 million people driving 50 miles or more, according to AAA. So
those aren't the real numbers, are they? You just pulled those out of your beep.
They are record numbers, but AAA could say that, and I would likely believe it. But yes, we're among that group that'll be in the car driving 50 miles or more for Thanksgiving.
Well, I wish you safe travels. Pack your patience, as they say. And have some great food.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely looking forward to that. So, no travel for us tomorrow, thankfully. So we're a Thursday morning group. Tomorrow's going to be a little dicey. Please do keep mind or be mindful of the weather here. If you're going to the northern part of the state, northwestern portion of the state, And check the forecast here. You got that winter weather advisory kicking into effect tomorrow morning for some of the counties in our listening area. But you get a little north of that and a little west of that, and it's a much more significant event. In fact, they have a winter storm warning for portions of Minnesota already issued here. So they're going to start to experience this a little later tonight. So be careful. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Jessica will be back tomorrow. Gina will be here as well. Wisconsin's Afternoon News is next.
Hi, I'm Chef Paul Bartolotta of the Bartolotta Restaurants with the perfect gift idea for your holiday season. A Bartolotta gift card.